And then that's when the horses all stopped racing at the same time! And the content.
Yeah, you see me up there? Yeah, that's me. So, as you guys eyed your way into this kind of vent tube, into this, bye sweetie, I love you.
Does it look anything like this?
Somewhat, as it's dark and a hole to go into.
Okay.
So you guys are standing at it, and it descends in. What do you care to do?
Darkness is descending down.
Outside?
No, like looking in, and it's getting probably about 3:30, 4 p.m. For how far you've traveled. Why is that fun, sweetie?
What does the entrance look like? Is it like a man-made path?
Does it have?
This is a straight vent into the side of the mountain.
Oh, so it's not straight down.
No,
Side.
it's kind of at an angle. Bye, sweetie.
So you,
Bye.
So, I mean... Hey, Lachlan.
There we go.
Are we going into this hole here?
I'll stop playing my flute. Do you have dock? Can you see in the dock?
I can?
Where are my goggles?
Then let's go.
BRB.
You tried to put them on Baby Danny outside, didn't you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think they're
That's a good song.
What?
It's been a while.
Oh, you should have got it. Wait, that's
I
not
also
creative.
have
is it?
lights as a cantrip, so we can go down.
I think we can all see.
Yeah.
But?
No, but he's got the night vision goggles.
No. I'm saying I think we can all see, but I thought you were about to say but.
Did you catch that Billy called him Baby Danny? It's catching on.
Yeah.
It's working.
That's not his name?
His name's JD,
No.
but his name is John Daniel, which is
Cattle rancher.
Baby Danny. I'm sorry, it's never gonna die. Your name's Daniel. Quit messing around.
Okay.
So can I call you Baby Danny?
Not unless you're spooning him, which
Wow.
all the time.
Yeah, time will tell.
That's our next campaign.
Is there any
You're
light?
in a giant trough of butter.
No.
That's like how every campaign begins. The camera zooms in on a melting pat of butter.
It's like Elder Scrolls, where every game you wake up and you're in a pit of butter.
Yeah.
It's like you're a prisoner. Like, no, you're just in a pit of butter again.
Oh, you're up to your nipples in butter again.
Valkyr's next song. Up to your nipples in butter again.
Slippery nipples. The nipples are quick.
Oh, we had a good break.
And we're all dead.
Are we playing D&D?
I
I'm doing what my character does.
We're going into this cave. What? Why?
This is where the
This is the vent
vent.
that will.
There is a
travel
cave.
through and under the mountains
This is the perfect one.
To get into the valley?
to the circle that we're heading toward.
Okay.
On the map. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the most direct route other than going through the cave or the mines. But wait, we haven't talked about just traversing
Above
through
ground.
the break in the mountains.
Yeah.
After the mountains, we could just do that.
Let's do that.
I would probably prefer that.
But Goblin Friendo told us this was the secret route to get to the guy with the flaming sword.
No, he said it was the entrance to it's the vent into the thing above the volcano, but I think it's the vent for the vents for one of the volcanoes, but I think it's the entrance to Wormheart. This is into the mine.
Okay. Flip coin.
Sure.
Flip a fucking coin, lads. I don't know.
Let's roll off.
All right, so one of you guys roll 1 to 3. We go in this cave. 4 to 6. We traverse through the crack.
Wait. Oh, cave or crack?
Cave or crack?
1 to 3 cave, 4 to 6 crack. Am I doing this?
Yeah.
5. Crack.
Crack.
Okay. Kind of wanted to do cave.
Do you just want to go to the cave anyways?
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Not what
I
you
go
said.
up to the vent. I look to see if there's a way to lift it.
Oh, it's just an open hole.
This is the cave. The cave and the crack are the same thing.
No. When we said crack, we meant the break in the mountain range to go above ground through the jungle. The cave being this vent with
Okay,
the
fair.
seam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the crack in the side of the mountain.
No.
Yeah.
I can see how you might be
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. Very confused. Folks at home, deeply apologize for the confusion there. We are 2 muffin burgers deep.
That's alright, we lost them. They're done. We're done 3.
Is that just us?
There we go.
Well, yeah, it's got-
After the breaks, we had a chance.
Everybody who's viewing, vote in the chat if we're going crack or cave.
Ooh.
Hold on.
We need
Yeah,
to
look at
know
log in
where
real
to go
quick.
next. Let me log in and vote.
That's an interesting concept, though.
I mean, choose your own adventure is definitely how this should go.
But there's a vote for cave.
Ooh.
I think that's the way. Honestly, that's the scarier one. Go above ground where there's insects and maybe dinos versus go through the cave where it's unknown.
Yeah.
And we can see, so if you put your goggles
Who
on.
voted?
Me.
Oh. That's boring.
Sorry, no one. No, I don't think anyone was watching. Alright, so then until we go. So I head to the
Let's do it.
precipice of the cave / vent.
So you approach the rim,
yeah.
sticking your head
Stop it.
So
Stop
gently
it.
in.
Stop it.
the hole in the mountain.
Is it
No.
a direct?
So
descent?
this does not go straight down. You're at somewhat of a steep angle.
Okay.
The area on the lip is well worn, while the rest of it out through the top's more jagged. So you can tell this is a traveled path. Peeking your head in, you smell brimstone. You smell that sulfur from the volcanism within, the somewhere within this mountain complex that this larger volcano is a part of. You can feel measured heat coming up out of the vent, and you guys stand there at the edge. What do you do?
Does the Dwarven Road run up to this cave entrance?
It does not. You guys, where you woke up and ran into the jungles, that's where you've left the road behind.
Okay. So there's no indication marks or
Yeah, the Dwarven Road went Team Crack instead of Team Cave.
So, alright, if it's not that steep of an angle, I guess I'll step in and begin the descent very slowly.
So
we begin the descent.
out of everybody here, Glasmaline from her past and traversing the Underdark is the most adept. You really understand, the gods' selection of the dwarves and why they are subterranean because of how adept Glaz is in just moving and weaving her way down. This vent, you think, goblins would be able to traverse pretty easy. Valkyr and Bronson, you go through some difficulty. Jotun, obviously, being a Goliath, this is a difficult haul. You're grinding in some places, going sideways as best you can. You feel it tugging across your garments. In one way, a little bit of an annoyance, but in another way, it's like a guy that's wearing a medium shirt. You're like, yeah, I'm big. And so you wake your way through, and then it opens up a little bit, and you are walking along what you think may have been an old dormant magma chamber, and this path slowly eases around. You feel heat. It smells very sulfurous. But you don't you don't see any lava or magma that's down in the chamber. It looks like solid ground down there. You're getting through some of the vents that are at the top of this atrium. You're getting some light that's filtering down in. So those of you that don't have dark vision, you guys are all on even footing. Night night, Clara, I love you. Do you say night-night to Uncle Dave, Uncle Billy, Uncle Dan, Uncle Mike?
Good night.
See you, Trooper.
She's such a sweetheart.
Got me wrapped around her little finger. So anyway, you guys start heading in, and you make your way around, and maybe an hour of kind of moving through this. You're not moving at necessarily a breakneck pace. You pop off into what looks like a descending gully and a little goat trail that starts weaving through the mountains. And you can see on the other side that valley start to open up.
Okay, so we're back above ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've
Okay.
popped out.
So like the vent was just like a brief little.
Well, how brief? Because it was 4 o'clock or so when we went in.
Yeah, so it's getting 6 p.m.
Okay,
or
so we spent 2 hours going through this little
Complex.
claustrophobic thing,
Yeah.
and then popped back out.
Yeah.
Presumably went through the mountain
Yeah.
type deal. Okay.
Maybe we set up camp here, and we've got a little bit of shelter at the
6
edge.
p.m. Yeah. I like the idea of staying at the cave mouth
Yeah,
where
Dan.
we haven't been seen.
Thanks, Dan. Where's
I like the idea of staying at the cave mouth, but we haven't popped out the other side just yet.
The other thing too is that as we're coming off the side of this mountain, if it's in the daylight, we're going to be pretty exposed, and anyone across the valley will see us. So if we're coming down and it's dark,
For one, don't mind exposing myself, but all right. And then Bronson puts his hands over his shoulder to go use the bathroom off to the side.
I am a Bronson, I am.
He's dropping a deuce
Nothing
in
we
the
haven't
forest.
seen before.
so as we settle down and start setting up camp, I walk up to Jotun and I hand him the glowing sharp tooth. Jotun, I was studying this last night when we were camping, and then we headed off quickly, but it feels pretty magical to me. I was wondering if maybe as we're settling down tonight, if you can identify it or figure out what the fuck it is.
Of course, my dear, but only for you.
Oh. Thank you, sir. So you have a glowing sharp tooth.
You hear the loop. I'm just looking really meanly at you.
Bronson comes back over with his pants still over his shoulder and goes, "Why's welcome mad at you over there?" And Bronson maintains eye contact.
I like how you work,
Well, he walks
Mr.
away.
Bronson Ball.
Is it hopping into his pants? That's a problem, mate.
What's our watch schedule gonna look like?
I'll go first.
Second.
You want third or you want fourth?
I'll wake you up to music.
Alright, I'll go fourth. We'll go last.
Oh,
So while they're settling in, then I'm gonna just go forage a little bit, see if there's any cave mushrooms or anything.
yeah.
Okay. Roll a nature check, please. How much time are you wanting to devote to this?
Like an hour at
Okay.
most. Yep.
Did you hear that note? Sorry.
That's good.
3.
So you go back into the cave. You just think it's a little bit too acidic of soil to really be able to get any type of moss or lichen to, start to cling there. The environment's kind of a little bit too hostile for it.
Is there? I can't. Never mind.
Perception? We doing first watch?
Yeah, see if I can settle in.
17.
Okay. So the valley goes dark before the rim of the mountains up on top does. You look out and you can't really tell if it's snow or ice or maybe weeded barley that is just very thick through the valley floor, but kind of this grayish white kind of rolling plain goes out there, and that's what you're seeing in the valley, and it almost turns kind of a like crimson pink
Huh. During the
as
sunset.
the sunset's going down.
Okay, so this, like, the forest looked like green until it became apparent as the sun started to go down and become colored.
No, so the bottom of this valley that you guys are that you would look out to from the exit event, if you were to poke your head up, it looks grayish and white.
Okay.
And you can't tell if it's like really thick grass
Right.
If the foliage is thick,
Or like weeds or something. Yeah.
Is it wheat? Like what is it?
But like our meat, so like when I come out of
whenever
the
you
cave-
come out, it's like regular topography.
Right,
that you're
immediate
used to.
foliage is green.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
down in the valley.
Down
you
into the
see.
valley is where you see that color change.
Huh. Okay. It's very interesting. Okay, I'll come wake him up and bed down.
Perception? Oh, look at 3. Huh.
Okay. Very diligent and
I'm gonna go ahead and
making
move
sure
these
that
dice out of the way, I'm sorry.
that shark tooth is studied.
Yeah.
Well, he was studying the shit out of it. That's why he didn't perceive anything
Yeah.
during
I
it.
guess so, yeah.
What's the shark tooth?
So it's a +1 short sword of bleeding.
Whoa, cool.
Okay.
Man, we haven't had that just hanging around for a while, have we?
It's been there for a while.
Halfway?
Yeah. I got off the shark's. I got off the shark's
lake
body,
thing.
and
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
So
forgot
it's
about
a
it.
short sword +1 to hit +1 to damage with it, and then
Can cause bleeding.
on a successful hit, you cause bleeding.
Okay.
Well, your thing is pretty
That's
good.
very good.
Either would any of you use that? I would not, so.
It's probably Valkyr. Do you use the sword?
I have a sword, but I don't need it.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck. If
You
you're
guys already have
It's an upgrade for you in these guys' games.
Oh, it's technically enough. Well, my mini has foils.
No,
It's
I
got
mean,
stuff.
I can certainly carry it.
Yeah.
I can certainly carry it, but there's no way I'd
You'd
put
use
down my
it.
hand.
It could be for Genji in the future. His
He
As
uses
a short sword.
He uses a 2-hand.
I know, and a short sword as well. He technically uses the Kodachi or whatever too.
Bless you.
He has a long sword that's two-handed and a short sword.
Is that called a wakizashi, or is it?
It's
the
a
same thing?
katana, and then I don't whatever the other one is.
The
wakizashi.
Shinto?
Yeah.
In the meantime, Lagrange.
I'll take it,
to you.
okay.
I'll hand it over, I guess in the morning, because you've already had your watch, so.
What's the name of it again? Sorry.
Shark rend.
Shark Rend.
Nice. Ooh, I like it. Shark
It's
red.
called the street shark.
Is it custom made?
Can't wait until we find its counterpart
Have to add
in battle
custom
mode.
Do you have the stat card
Give
for
him
that?
quick rollerblades.
And a sideways cap.
And it can cause them. What's the thing it does?
So it's
Brace orange pants.
+1 to hit the damage,
Yeah.
and
Cool
then
points.
on a hit it causes bleeding for
And then you
1d4
recruit
rounds,
MC
and it's a d4 per.
MC Hammerhead. Got it. Shark pals.
That's level 2.
Alright, we've gone too far. This is all my fault.
Thank you.
Okay, so identify the
So you identify that, and you can tell. I mean, this is a pretty rare find, and whenever you go through and you're identifying these things, you're almost bathing in like the communing of the concentration of the arcane, and so something this powerful is very appealing to you, and you're getting a pretty good high from the intermingling of the shite. Who's third watch?
Yeah.
I thought Gladys said she was going to be third.
We'll take that 20 though.
I said he's care.
Fourth. Yeah.
I thought you were going to wake her up with music.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh yeah.
He has to be third to wake up in music.
Oh, I said in the middle of the night instead of waking you as far as official wake time.
Yeah.
Fair.
It can go
My
both.
apologies.
It can go both ways. Like a lot of things.
What?
4 of you.
Yep.
Why do you have that sound effect? No, it's not.
Sure rating. We're crushing the D&D right now.
Alright. So as you're looking out, you are seeing moonlight cast in a relatively cloudless night, and you can see the sheen of what looks like a line that's slowly scrawling its way through the middle of the valley and goes up towards what you assume to be your west.
So I'm gonna do a double check and see so I can see a line of what looks like light.
Well, it looks like
Person
a
wouldn't need
reflection
It's like
almost.
a party, you know.
And it's okay. So I want to just
That's
try and
adjacent.
remember where it's going.
Okay.
And then I'll go grab Glasmelon.
Okay.
Literally. No, I just meant wake you up. Inappropriately touched anyway. And
Morning.
I'm gonna show.
Hashtag glass.
Morning, Valkyr. And as she sits up, you see her put a dagger back in her belt.
I'm gonna go show her the
She
things
goes-
you saw.
Good morning. With a knife to his neck.
Yeah, so the two of you go to the vent opening, and as you look out over the valley, you are seeing something with a slight amount of reflectivity just kind of carved its way through the center of the valley.
What is it? Is it like a bioluminescent glow? What is it?
Reflectivity is in like
Moonlight
something shiny.
reflecting off of it.
So like somebody carrying something metal or
Well, is it like a constant path, or is something being traced through the ground and moving from point A to point B?
No, it's a constant path that's broken up here and there that just kind of eases its way through.
And I grab Valkyrie by the arm and I point at it and I go, Mithril.
It's a dwarven thing.
oh,
Is that really what it is?
No, I don't. I was just teasing. I don't think
it's just
that's what
people
it
in
is.
armor.
It could be. Well, no, it's a it could just be a river, some rocks in the river, or old metal coming out. Who knows?
We'll find out tomorrow.
The Jade Syndicate.
So back to sleep with you. I'll get my eyes out.
I go to sleep.
And as he goes to sleep, she just kind of leans back and looks at his rat tail and.
Jesus.
She was looking at me.
She noticed.
Roll a perception check.
Fuck you.
Whoa!
Tim, are you in the channel? He said he texted me and said this doesn't look like the stream's back up. Just do a double check.
Get time to refresh.
Alright, refresh.
Yeah, we had lost connectivity at some point, but we're streaming now. So anybody who's in the channel has to just hit refresh to bring it back up.
Bummer.
Yeah, we're live. I rolled a natural 1.
What would you like?
The milky stuff.
Oh God.
Ooh.
After that muffin? And them burgers?
Muffin and milk.
And then burgers.
And them burgers?
He knows what it's like out here.
What does that mean?
He's
Maybe I don't want to know.
He's living big. BK gangster, dude.
So yeah, I rolled a 1 plus 7 is 8.
Nice.
Yeah. Not a lot being seen.
Alright.
Nothing really remarkable is out there. You're still focusing kind of what is that. As the sun starts coming up, you're getting a pretty heavy glare in your face.
We were gonna leave like 4 a.m. So we went to bed at 6. We're gonna do 8 hours from that. So it's gonna be like 4 a.m. I was gonna wake everybody up to head out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do
free
pre-dawn.
Good odor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to go and grab everybody and let them know. Sleeping time's over. It's time to move. Let's get off the face of this mountain.
I'm checking with Zandala and make sure she's doing okay. See how
So
she's,
you see that if she had to defend herself, she'd be able to.
she's like feeling much better.
She's feeling better. She still isn't moving at full speed. And you think if she was trying to focus on activity, she'd have a little bit of trouble.
but she's much more.
she
like,
could
she has
defend
wherewithal
herself.
to. Okay, got it. Cool. So I'll check in with her. Lady, can I carry a pack for you? Do you feel able today?
I believe we may be heading to the indoors soon, so if you don't mind, I would like to walk under my own power while we're under the open sky.
Of course. Yeah, you're an independent woman, all that. Where did you say we're heading today?
Well, we're likely going to be heading towards that mountainside and be searching in whatever would be habitating down there, so there's a chance we may be stuck in tight places. I will be the first to admit to you that I find them somewhat constricting, like a tight girdle on a summer's day. I would much rather be out in the open. Never did care much for inside tight spaces.
All right, let's get a move on then. Lead the way.
All right, class.
Bronson's gonna hop up on the broom
Yeah.
and rise up above the party. Have flail on his shoulder and the other one at the ready, but be holding on to the broom. Sit inside saddle because he's got the hang of it now. Kind of. He doesn't have to just hang.
Yeah,
from it. He
you
can
look
sit on
like
top.
a troller fisherman that's like got his hand on the
Sure.
John boat.
Yeah.
Going.
Shark
Yeah.
rude.
He's got like one toe wrapped around it, so he's got like a good hold on it so he doesn't fall. And even if he did, he'd hang upside down.
So I'm leading the party on the path down the side of the mountain into the valley. We want to try to hug as close to the mountain wall as possible, so that we've got some cover or something on our right that isn't exposed.
And Bronson's middle of the party, but floating right above everybody.
Okay. So as you guys move out of the mouth and get over to a ledge, you look down and you can see that this is also ash that is falling from the volcano you see depicted
In the Cobalt Mountains.
in the Cobalt Mountains.
Why is this dead?
Because I don't want it to show things
you have?
Yeah.
Oh. Just checking.
Yeah.
Oh. Not ominous at all.
Indubitably.
We turn around and go home.
Shark back to the shrine.
Yeah. Zero dies, and we all just live out our lives, retired and happy.
So you guys,
donut shop.
you continue your way down. You see that it's more ash that's down there, and that's what's caused it. As you get closer to the noonday sun, you look out, and the shiny piece out there is actually the Dwarven Road. As it's making its way
the road. Okay.
through, and it was catching moonlight as some of the ash was getting blown around down in the valley with the twilight winds. You guys start making your way down, and roughly about 3 p.m. As you look in front, you're narrowing the intersection with that road, and you see somewhat of a complex of these single statues that are on huge opulent bases. So think of like a T-ball trophy or something like that. The way that it's the reverse bevel bullnose that goes in it, and it looks like a trophy stand. And then there's giant feet, and then you can see rubble of different varying sizes that look like pieces of large anatomy that have broken off statues. That are down, and
so it's like the feet of statues and like the crumbled pieces of them below.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
And how are these arrayed?
So there's it's almost as if the mountain was carved back, and you see a very sheer face here and very geometric, very angular lines along the road to where it's as if they literally carved a lot of this mountain out and in a single piece carved the statues out as they just kind of slowly terraformed the back of this valley to be more of a large flat-fronted edifice. And so as you're walking up, you come across where there's these 6 statues, huge, probably 200 feet high, and it's pretty high up, little base, and then you can see these giant feet, some of them in sandals, some of them in what look to be boots, either leather or heavy metal.
Shins and
but shins and above, everything's gone in most cases, and there's large, huge rubble piles that are arrayed out going towards you guys. So you're at first you're just like, wow, there's just big boulders coming up, and then you realize as you look back, the large stones coming out of the ground look like pieces of large anatomy from these giant dwarven statues that have fallen at some point.
So
well, it's like Gladys. What do you know of this place? Is this
looks like outright vandalism. I don't think that this happened with time and wind and rain.
Yeah,
what do you make of this?
Are any of them look like gods, deities, or they all?
History check, please.
Like, that looks like Zeus's boots.
yeah.
4.
Oh, fuck.
So as you're thinking back on it, you know that there are, at least in some parts of the world, sacred forges, either because of the way mineral veins are around it, the heat that you can get from the magma, there's special forges. You know this to be one of them.
Yeah.
That you heard talked about, that there was one in Schult. That's about all you can really remember. You don't you can't tell if it's gods or nobles that they're depicting in these.
All I know is these orbs are special, but that's about it. Clearly, you can get that because they have statues. But as I recall, and as the goblin told us, there's a sacred forge in Kraghammer. So that's what this is about. But we're heading away from there, so it doesn't matter to us too much.
Move along.
Just keep going east. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we keep moving through the Valley of Lost Soul.
The valley.
Oh, so you guys are heading east and not west.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were heading towards where the circle is.
So
our thought was
you are going west because where it's circled is
west.
It should be further west than
Okay. So yeah, we're heading west.
Because we just went through.
Yeah,
I popped out.
I thought we were heading toward east, but yeah, we're heading west.
Yeah.
I see. So we should keep going, I guess, towards Kraghammer. Are any of the statues? Do they look like they have any markings on them or any writings?
Yeah, I mean you can see dwarven runes and
Ruins or runes?
Yes. Again.
Walked into that.
Across like the pommels of swords or on the shaft of a warhammer. You see those written on there, but it's more of the traditional. It's a much more archaic script than what you're used to, but you still recognize word roots.
Okay.
These days.
Runes or ruins?
Ruins.
Runes.
Oh, ruins.
Let's keep moving into
The supercut.
Let's keep moving into the Kraghammer then.
I feel like we may
Just
have ruined this session.
Keep your eyes open though, because we don't know what we're looking for.
Yeah, nobody's asked to take a look around.
I'm looking around. I was looking at statues and stuff outside of that.
Yeah, I thought that was...
Anything stand out?
Perception checks.
I'm gonna look too. Mine's better than
Mine's
yours.
10.
14.
14. Yeah, so the statues are
Say
the
nothing. Here's a
the predominant thing that gets your focus. But as you're looking around, you notice a lot of scorch marks on the cliff side where the rock's been hewn and smoothed out. You're seeing scorch marks along the front face of it. You're seeing scorch marks that are coming out of openings, so windows that have been carved out. There's not many of the windows because the dwarves prefer, darker typically, but there are areas for defense, which are almost like murder holes that you'd have in a medieval castle. You see where flame is left out of those.
Flame.
Is it flame or dragonfire? Can I tell the difference?
Give me a nature check.
I'll help you.
16.
So it's hard for you to tell outside of the rock is not smooth where it's been blackened.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it was a really hot fire that did it? Likely could be dragon fire.
Likely could be dragonfire. So
I'm gonna ask the gal that's with us to investigate.
Zendala?
Yeah. What does she think about the fire? She's a learned person.
she is.
What about Zendala's pet, Summerwise?
So Summerwise just literally sits on her shoulder most of the time.
He's just been there the whole while. And we
It's a
forget about
pseudo dragon
What's that mean?
where they're
It's like a little lizard.
yeah. It's pretty much what you were giving Fallon.
Nothing.
So he's
Sorry,
not even
Fallon.
there.
Yeah.
No,
so he'll
it's-
come into play. In
It's
session
kind of like a
45.
familiar, and she's having
Like he
fetch things and stuff in the
He
past.
probably literally lives in her sleeve. Like
Yeah.
he's not around for the most part. Got it.
It's very
So we enter the burnout fortress.
Move closer to the.
Yeah, you
see
guys
the door?
are moving up towards the front.
What?
Anything you care to do? Are you guys
Well,
going
the
to
dragon was
approach
here recently.
stealthily or? Zendala agrees that it's likely dragonfire that caused it. She says you can see the way that the stone's charred and not smoothed out. That is typically you have to have high heat to almost melt the stone the way
Yeah.
that it has been.
That's ridiculously hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
To melt stone.
And you guys know because you felt that heat.
Oh.
but for
Almost.
some reason it didn't kill you. Dragons are neat.
Do what?
Yeah. So we're currently like what, right here?
Yeah.
And the circle on the map is east of us?
You guys are getting to the. You're at the circle right now.
And we're at a burned out temple.
Sure.
I'm asking.
Well, I don't know if it's a temple.
A burned out structure.
Yes.
But it's built into the
That's
mountain.
built into the
It's
wall.
clearly dwarven.
Carved of stone
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
mountain wall. Well, lads, I feel like this is probably the place.
I wonder what gave it away. And I have this thing on my head.
And Bronson goes,
Certainly.
Bronson goes, drink more ovals. That's just strange.
Rats.
I can't believe that's the answer again.
Yeah, let's head in, lads.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, fuck.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, he's got a remote! Netflix!
Well, see you later.
What's that movie? The dragon movie?
Should we clear the board?
Pete's Dragon.
No. The one that's slightly post-apocalyptic.
Oh.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. It
I don't know, but I remember liking it.
Yeah,
It was-
I watched
it
it in
was
theaters,
okay,
I
yeah.
liked it.
Isn't it Dragon Fire or like Dragon?
Yeah,
Something fire.
like that.
Fireball. No, not
Rain
fire.
of Fire.
Rain
of
of
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Here's the goblin guys. Oh,
Speaking of
thanks,
which,
man.
Dragon Prince is a really fun
Love it.
Netflix anime.
Love it. It's
so
amazing.
good. Yeah.
I hate. I've said in the past I can't watch anime. I don't like anime.
Chop, chop.
We're clearing it.
You're going really slow, man.
It's
We're
April.
trying to be delicate with your goddamn shit.
Oh, it's my shit.
Where are we?
Oh, wow. We're right there.
All right.
Over there. We can see some stuff.
You can see some shit.
There's stairs going down in front of us.
we're
Into
not-
pitch black?
Mhm.
Or is there a light at the end of the...
No. it's
Anybody
pitch
need
black.
beer?
Yes, please.
We're getting into a dungeon.
Yeah, I need dungeon noises. I need a beer.
Oh, I can only do so much.
Jeez.
All right. So, I'm up front. Which actually maybe I should be second.
Oh, we don't have Genji.
Well, if only we had another fighter in the party that could maybe be up front.
You're the cleric. Quit multi-classing.
Oh, you're
I've got
talking about
stones and
Bronson.
barrels.
I see.
Oh, I'll move up. I'm on a flying broom. I'm all about it.
Not anymore though.
For now.
Because we're walking into this dungeon. And there might be Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons! Dun, 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 dun,
That's got
dun.
goddamn lasers on it.
And it cuts back to us. We're like,
I remember liking it. I don't remember what it's like.
All right.
this is pretty great.
Also.
Yeah, I've had these in Nolans.
Oh man, I don't like that brewery.
You like a beta? Open that up.
No.
Anybody else?
Before Dave finds it.
Jesus,
I'm good.
Dave.
Bronson, you in front.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then who's behind me?
Bronson's in front of you.
I guess I'm probably in the middle.
Is it single file down through this bitch?
It looks like it.
So let me move
I don't think that's a good idea. How did I do this earlier?
Doc, are you in the back?
Yeah, sure.
Get my keys.
Yeah, where are they at?
Do you want my bottle opener?
Yes, please. Booyah. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Billy. Is this cryptish enough?
Yes.
Occasional mice and rats and bats.
Yeah.
Bats and rats.
Oh, we're good.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you don't have function one turned on, huh? There it is.
All right.
Fucking go.
So the entrance is a 10-foot tall arched doorway beneath a massive relief carving of a crossed hammer and tongs. 2 iron doors were fitted to the entrance, but one lies on the ground completely rusted off its hinges, and the other sagged so badly it appears as if it would collapse at any moment. Several buildings once stood outside the forge, but they've all been reduced to foundations.
It's a forge.
right.
He gave it away. Okay.
So this giant entrance that you guys have gone through eventually narrows to just 5 feet wide and about 10 feet high. The tunnel proceeds this way, sloping downward with... Yeah? Boom, 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 boom. As it snaps off.
Oh, actually, that's what it sounds like. Like trying to creep by and like touch that big door as you like move in.
Whoa!
Everything's fine.
And then you hit it's just a burst spot from below.
I'm coming.
Alright, so
Drums.
you have the occasional set of stairs, but most of this is just this steady path that is at a downward slope. And you finally find a set of stairs. You come down, and in front of you, you notice tracks. The kind that a rail car would head down.
Those are tracks the kind that a rail car would use.
Do dwarves normally use tracks to haul around their ores and whatnot?
I would say that the dwarves are the most industrially advanced race on Faerun. So yeah, we use carts and pulleys and levers and all kinds of machines.
Question is, when were these last used?
I don't know. Based upon what we're looking at, how oxidized are the tracks? Many years rusted? Few years rusted?
So not knowing you understand what the Dwarven standard is.
Yes.
The dwarven standard.
But you don't necessarily know for this part of the world how much imperfection is allowed.
Sure.
Just because of how austere the environments are.
I guess what I'm saying is, does this look like used in the last couple of years or less?
Not recently
yeah.
used.
Yeah. This place is abandoned.
You think probably at least a year, if not more.
15 minutes.
You're right. Well, we should proceed with caution then.
Bronson,
Go.
you should proceed with caution.
Forward.
And so Bronson comes swooping in on the broom and goes,
All right, lads. We're heading in.
So you see the
And we're gonna fuck up anything that crosses our path.
you look off to your side and the area opens up. What was a dark hallway.
Yes.
Now you see the slow kind of flickery turn of yellow-orange light. You can see the waving as you look off. So let's set our compass rose north is this direction. To the northwest, as you look out, you see this cavern open up into a large chasm, and you think that very likely there's magma in large amounts laid out somewhere out there.
API error. I'm going to use one of the 3 torches I have remaining.
And not wear your goggles?
I can also cast light as a cantrip on my quarterstaff. That would
do that.
Why don't you use your goggles?
I mean, we could creep along in the dark. I was just trying to announce our path as we go.
I understand.
It's one or the other. We can either try and creep along, but they're gonna hear me coming anyway.
Right.
Or we can make sure that we scare off anything that is scared of light and noise and sound by making sure we're not being too loud, but they see us coming.
That makes sense.
I'd rather not step on a dire rat in the dark is my point.
As they say in the streets of Detrata, fire it up. Fire it up.
There you go.
And Bronson goes, boom shakalaka, I'm heating up. And lights on his torch.
So your torch lights up. You start to be able to see a little bit better that there's a path that goes off to your right. So
it splits right and left, basically.
This is an opening.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
This here is where you're seeing a lot of the light. Okay.
A little bit behind you.
Bum 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 bum. Just adventure. Okay. Yeah, I don't have music ready. Bum. Yeah, I'll find some.
You got something?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I hold my torch up in this path to the right, what do I see?
So you look in here, and the whole area just has this steady plume of smoke. A very thick smoke that is wafting up.
You turned off my hotkeys.
Do you want to borrow speakers?
So the size and shape of this area is impossible to determine. Clouds of rolling smoke sting your eyes, so it's like opening the smoker tonight. Drifting embers burn your throat as you try to breathe. You can, however, barely make out what looks like a lantern farther back in the smoke.
A lantern farther back in the smoke.
Have we seen any other lanterns on our way down here?
No.
Lads, it doesn't make any sense to me, but this place is filled with billowing, pluming smoke. Does anybody have a spell or magical means of dismissing any smoke or casting wind or anything? If not, we could forge ahead or skip this for now.
Question. What color is the smoke?
It's just kind of a whitish gray.
It's a clean smoke. It's not black. So I don't think
True.
there's
This is
anything-
true.
I don't think there's anything burning.
I want to cast a minor illusion of a 5 foot tall humanoid walking across this path through the smoke.
Okay.
As far as I can.
So after it gets about 5 to 10 feet away from you, you can't see it. The smoke's too thick.
Okay.
But you don't hear anything necessarily.
I move that we move elsewhere into this mine. I can set a trap to let us know if anything crosses this path.
That's crafty.
We should also watch for our own traps or traps that have been set for us.
Agreed.
Yes. Experts we are at the dungeon crawl.
That's the slave.
Okay.
So if we're gonna move elsewhere, I'll cast alarm.
Yeah, it's actually healthier.
A square.
Okay.
What did you turn on?
Mark it like this.
I guess these are 5 foot squares, so I'll put it right here because it's a 20-foot square.
Yep.
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
And what's the trigger?
Let's see. So
Plug it in
an
hard.
alarm alerts you whether a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the boarded area.
I got mine too.
So how tall does it go? So 20-foot cube.
You want
Yep,
me to
20-foot
more
cube.
music?
Last 11 minutes, or sorry, last 8 hours.
Okay.
Okay. This is
A mental alarm pings
Yeah.
me if we're in within 1 mile. Also wakens me if we're sleeping.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't use this more, but that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this called again?
Alarm.
Wow. That's cool.
It's basically why I went to abjuration, was for stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a certain character that uses it every time they do anything, and I take my copper wire.
Yep.
So what do you guys do now?
We're not moving in here.
It's not to
Did you tell me what you're doing?
west, I
We
guess.
either go right or left. Yeah,
Let's forge on ahead.
straight ahead.
That way.
Or moving up. Move.
Go.
No.
So a cavern of molten magma bubbles and flames up before you. The cavern walls are lined with metal gantries and cranes that support immense crucibles of scorched clay.
Jesus.
Huge chains chains stretch across the cavern, apparently to shuttle multi-ton baskets of ore across the lava. And so an example of the chain. So here's a chain right here.
Yeah.
That's a big crane with the clay pot crucibles in it.
It's like that scene from
Indiana Jones.
No, the fight against smog.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's see. The heat takes your breath away, brings water to your eyes, and bakes your skin. From where you stand, the only obvious way across is via a narrow stone trestle built for rail cars, which is what you're on. And the sound of rhythmic hammering comes from somewhere beyond the magma rift.
Whoa.
Just keep carrying on. I'll move up behind Bronson and. Are we moving forward, Bronson?
So I want to do
Like, use
an
them as out just a
investigation
little
check.
bit.
So as I make my way out and I see what I see, I'm gonna kind of, before I put all of my full weight out on there, I'm gonna kind of press on it. Yeah, I'm gonna press on it with my lead foot, keeping my weight on my back, kind of just like
Yeah, testing it.
give it a little bit of stomp. And I wanna hear-
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I want to hear creaks, see if like dust falls off it, if it looks like it's been traveled across with weight recently, if possible.
Ooh, baby, daddy, I'm the dirty girl.
So,
So I cartwheel across it and then tiptoe my way back. And then I like alligator crawl on it and then moonwalk my way back. And then like do a little dance and then come back again, like test it in every way possible. Yeah.
So you can tell that this is an ancient bridge, but it's very sturdy, very well crafted. You can hear the metal ring as you're checking the track. You know, tink, 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 tink on it. You can hear it ring, down the trestle. It doesn't sound like it's getting interrupted
Ring, ring, ring.
by
goes the
anything like
trestle.
that. Yeah.
Sorry.
You see that it curves around, and there doesn't seem to be any breaks or any of the sort. The bridge feels like it will hold.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around and let the group know. Lads, this is a very old bridge, but it seems quite sturdy. We can make our way. And I'm gonna go ahead up to the bend.
Dwarf craft and it'll last forever.
Whoever crafted this loved it very much. There's a love craft at work here.
Well,
Winate Wallcraft.
classic computer gaming.
That's right.
Warcraft 2, some of the best LAN parties I've ever
Waited
attended.
the coming
I played 3 mostly, but
the
all great.
tides of darkness.
Yeah. So you see the rail car track snake off over to the side.
Let's go, move forward.
Yeah, he moves up. Move me up.
Bum, bum, bum.
So as you start making your way to, let's say like right here, the hammering sound has grown louder, but it's not coming from the chamber ahead. This enormous rectangular chamber, as you guys start, oh, you're not that far up, never mind.
No, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're right here. We're right here.
Okay. So as you start to look in, you can see that this chamber is a working smelter.
Okay.
It's working.
Are we in a chamber? We're not just in a tunnel? It's hard to say.
We're in a tunnel right now.
Yeah. Is there opening somewhere where we are?
Yeah, we looked in the bridge. There was a huge opening. The bridge was like
The bridge
wide
was-
open.
No, I know. I meant like, after we got across the bridge, we entered a little cave, right?
No, it's the path.
So what's the question? Sorry.
So after the bridge that was over lava, we crossed that, and then there's a bend off to the left. Are we
Yes.
closed again, or where are we?
Yeah, no, yeah, you're back enclosed again in a little tunnel where you've got the mine cars. You would bring it.
Right.
You come up
so
to
you
where
mean
the
end of the tunnel.
the
there's a
end of the
smelter.
track.
Got
That's
it.
where you start hearing, and it's a
Got it.
much larger chamber. You're seeing that same light of magma reflecting off of the walls of the chamber in here.
It's close enough to a
Yeah.
hammer hitting.
But this sounds like a much louder, very full of bass hammer. It's like, durr, 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 almost like a bell toll with fire.
I got nothing for it, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Bronson, what do you see?
I just conveyed what I saw. There's a smelter and hammering.
Well, then go. Let's find the treasure.
Is there a drop off here?
Is there treasure there?
As far as
No.
the
Cart would just come to a stop here.
Got
Whatever's loaded or unloaded gets
got it.
moving.
And the ground is even here where we come out. Is how tall is the?
It starts opening up to where this area right here is probably 30-foot ceiling.
Okay.
And then you see into this next room that grow even higher.
Where's Robert Baratheon? Where's the gold?
So
Where's the weapons?
I'm gonna saddle over the stopper, the end of the track there, and step over it.
Okay.
And yeah, get out into this chamber to about
So
here.
right there.
Yep. See what I see.
Okay.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop.
So I need a goblin set down on each of those.
That's a little better.
Yeah, that is good. And I'm actually going to scroll the whole map for a second.
Okay.
Alright, reposition.
Yeah, reposition.
Remember where they were?
Lee, can you zoom this out just a little bit? It's gonna be tight once we get in here.
Yeah, we need those spaces bigger.
Wait, zoom in?
Zoom out.
Zoom out. Need the spaces bigger.
Or wait, that is zooming out.
Oh, zooming in.
in.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I got
zoom
it
in.
backwards. My bad.
One sec.
Yeah, we need the squares to be bigger.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Oh, that's beautiful. I like the other one better.
So as you look, 6 devices. A rectangular pit in the center of the room is filled with molten iron.
Okay.
6 devices of dwarven design and make, arranged around the pit, siphon off the liquid metal to draw out impurities. A smaller pool in the southeast corner holds what appears to be molten silver. So
Here?
that's down here. That one right there, and you see it dripping out of the ceiling down into this reservoir.
T-1000. This is the second Terminator reference tonight.
You are hearing them hard at work. This one that's over by the tracks over here, that one is apparently kind of watching them, and you hear some yelling.
Those fucking goblins.
Yeah. Whisper to the group and stay low all of a sudden. Bronson, so he hopped over that and got to here, and then when he sees this room full of stuff, he's gonna just sidle around to this side here and squeeze up against this wall and try and stay hidden and go, oh, hold on. And give the whisper signal to these guys.
I pull out my focus and holy symbol and disappear.
Okay.
Ooh.
Put your token, please.
Really.
Invisibility.
Very good.
What I did.
So I'll be like,
6, 7, 1 goblins out there working.
So the creatures that look very similar to the goblin that you encountered yesterday have that kind of, very reddish plume of hair where normally it's black. You see red war paint on them as they're working the bellows on this smelt. and so far they haven't noticed you.
So, have I noticed Glaz go invisible? You did go invisible, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed as much?
I mean, you should be able to see Jotun right now.
Sure. So, I'm going to say, like...
blurry.
So I'm gonna look over to you two, or you, presumably, and be like, come over here so I can whisper to you. Come here.
Or I'm gonna cross over.
And it's loud, right? So Glaz
Oh, yeah.
gets over. Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't looked over.
Yep. I walk
So when
over.
you get over to me, presumably put your hand on my shoulder or something, and say, we need to get one of them alone so we can question them. We need to figure out what operation they're up to in here. We don't know that these are good or bad little goblins. We don't know what sort of means they're working toward, but we want to know why this is marked on our map. So we got to figure out what they're up to. And the way I figure we do that is not by charging and beating the shit out of all of them at once, though I'm happy to. I think we want to get one, strangle him by his little green neck, figure out what he's about. I think we got to find one that's on their own. Maybe avoid this room full and carry on, or see if you can stealthily grab one, cover his mouth, and grab him over. What do you think?
Sounds good. I'm gonna walk back across,
Okay.
and the corner that I'm standing at,
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out the scroll of command.
Ooh.
And this goblin right here,
He liked it way too much.
this goblin here,
Okay.
You know why? He's like, use that scroll, bitch. Use that scroll, dumb bastard. Yeah.
and I invoke the power of the scroll. And to this goblin, I say, "Come." So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm just rolling straight dice.
DC 15.
Oh, man.
Know you were scrolling.
Yeah. So what do you say?
No.
How do you spell it?
Gonna wins!
He's finished.
So
So
terrible.
bad.
Alright. Anyway.
We
then
forgot to put these on our muffin burgers.
well, we still have 2 patties. You don't think I would have?
Their butts.
Oh, you do you, boo.
Okay. So, you whisper it in there, and you guys. So technically, I think that drops your invisibility
Yeah.
because you did an action.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, you see Glaz with a light flame, more of like a radiant energy, burns through this parchment that she's unrolled in her hands, and it's consumed. And then you look up and you see this goblin kind of and lets go of the bellows and starts walking, does an about face and starts coming towards you guys. I'm going to roll a perception check on that foreman. So he's a union worker, I guess.
91!
That's a natty 1.
Oh.
Our plan
That
worked.
face. he was asleep anyway.
Stands to reason that the goblin foreman was bored.
All right.
This is great.
I think poop deck.
Give him the poop deck.
I'm feeling nautical.
Is that one? Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Are these a month old? Can't tell because they're always the same.
It's the beauty of Cheetos.
You got those in the Carter administration. 1978.
Fucking Watergate Cheetos. Like,
Iran Contra Cheetos.
Deep throat Cheetos.
oh, they all are.
So the foreman doesn't notice that one of the bellows is temporarily abandoned. And so the goblin moves 30 feet straight towards Glaz.
Okay.
And then
We could have him come out of sight over to here.
Yeah.
once he's within that close range, and he's standing there. I point at Jotun,
We'll double team him. Yep. Mm-hmm.
and so me and Jotun grapple him. So
Okay.
I don't know if we want one of. I think
It's
Jotun.
advantage strength check on
You.
on
I'm
this
assisting you.
Good. Wow.
Oh, did your computer die? You have no charger? Shit.
What kind? Is it a Lenovo?
No, it's an MSI.
No. Well, fuck.
Like I said, I bought that
Tablet.
today just for
Oh.
this, but
I can put your character sheet up.
what's my strength modifier?
Yeah, leave it now. I'm just gonna draw a roll.
So rolling that at 20 anyway.
Ooh.
Not great.
Plus
3.
11.
Oh, in the PDF. Come on.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
No, what'd you roll? Sorry.
11.
Jesus Christ.
Did you roll another 1?
The world ends.
I grabbed him by the lungs. And
Dindar the Night Serpent returns. Everybody dies.
he consumes all.
That's actually one of their great recruiting lines.
Oh no.
The all-consuming world eater. Dindar the Night Serpent.
things are evil.
Alright, you have your shit up, Mike. I'll send it via messenger.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alright. So it is restrained.
And I'm covering its mouth
Okay.
with my hand to start with,
Okay.
and then I'm grabbing its tongue.
Wait, to start with?
Yeah. So
That was a strange sentence. I'm just saying. I'm covering his mouth with my hand to start with.
Anus is next.
We're done. I grab a bit of the rope off my pack with one hand. I'm gonna start winding it around his mouth. Pull my hand out of the way, and then I cut some of the rope off so he's bound.
Okay.
So
As it struggles.
you got him.
So I'll hold his arms, full Nelson basically. We can maybe drag him back a couple of feet too, just so we're behind the hut.
Okay. I'm gonna let me roll perception check. 20. Jesus!
Yeah! There is a guy.
Same dice.
Yeah. Would have much rather had this when he was swinging with Tinder.
Yeah.
Hey, but you guys said you didn't want to go fight a dragon.
No breath saves. No attacks. No downing Genji. No killing Hugh.
Yeah.
Just would have crushed him.
Oh, there's my baby back. It was up underneath.
I thought we were gonna steal that nice.
The player killer.
Yeah.
He's gonna
PK
keep
baby.
saving
No,
till
the
the end.
gold one.
We call it the Frogman. Notorious
Notorious
PK.
PKer. God damn it. I tell you, I friended him. We're friends on
No!
Yeah. I haven't talked to him yet, but he's our man.
Next LAN, I'm just gonna talk to him. It's gonna be like 8th grade. You're in an AOL chat room. Hey, Frogman, what's up? You kill anybody lately?
We do have to do another land soon.
Yeah.
So fun.
Alright, little fuck. Wait.
You questioning him?
Well, I started out with alright, little fuck, and then I realized, hey, what are we asking him?
What is the operate? God damn it.
I'm gonna use message and message into
Roll a
his
stealth
head.
check.
Disadvantage. That's something
Not
pretty
great.
There we go.
It's a goddamn 9, alright?
So the foreman notices a large form go shooting by,
Yep.
and you hear as in Goblinese he yells out, "Where's Kriebel?" Kriebel Kree come back to your post, and he starts walking over towards where you guys are at.
So I'll whisper to these guys. They fucking saw me. Get answers out of him about the operation, what's going on here. I'll hold off the others. Question this one. And then I'll turn around, wield my maces, and be like,
You don't have maces?
I'm sorry, my flails.
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
Wield my
Close.
flails and say, one of you lads, I'm gonna need help. Come help me. The rest of you question this guy. Figure out what they're up to. So I need somebody to come up.
You can't fucking talk to this thing.
Valker, question him.
Right here next to me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, shield him around.
Yeah.
So I'll turn him towards you.
Let's let him fatal
Okay.
funnel through here. We'll
Yeah.
kill all of them.
Basically have his arms bound.
Yeah. I'm gonna use message so I don't make any noise.
Okay.
And then,
What do you say?
first question will be using the name of the clan that our temporary
What
friend.
clan did he say?
What clan did he say?
Our characters remember, goddammit.
Yeah, we've been in states of not good memory.
Firebrand.
You should medicate.
Firebrand. Firebrand.
Yeah.
Firebrand.
The firebrand?
Why is the Firebrand clan here?
And he's
Oh.
That's how he messages?
No, yeah,
It's in
use
his
message.
Oh yeah, that is true. Wow, good call out. So in his head,
He goes.
you hear Affleck.
Does anyone speak
He
Goblin?
he answers back in
Speak
Goblin.
insurance does?
Message, do you speak common? If you don't, then you're dead.
And he's
Is it Goblin or common?
Goblin.
I'll put the sword through him without
Okay.
hitting him.
Roll an attack.
God damn
Roll
it.
it.
We're doing this
No,
thing again.
it's kind of a
You said
cold
it,
shot
okay.
because I said
Roll
without
an
hitting
attack.
him. Okay. All right, so this is the new Shark Rend. Its first debut, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
You're 1d6 plus 3 damage, and then a d4, and then another d4.
Fucking
Bleed.
D6 plus 3.
Just.
Alright, that's 8.
So roll a d4.
Just leave guys my favorite.
Plus 1.
So for one round, so roll a d4 for damage.
It's the best representation.
3.
It's so
Three.
funny.
11 damage.
So add it up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
11
it's
damage.
11.
11 damage.
Does the sword eat him?
You just start.
Yeah, but I want it to be like that nice, like, hold his chest and then slide it right into him, like, nice and slow.
Yeah, but then when you pull it out, this gush of blood just starts.
A shark's like, Back to the Future style, off the top of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Alright, roll initiative.
I'm making a quick assessment. What is this?
That's the crane that's built in.
Are there any sharp objects or levers or anything coming off of it?
Yeah, I mean, you have, like, there's
That doesn't-
pegs
well,
to
now
grab a
I
hold
should
of
see
to
it for
articulate it and move it around to help workers to be able to do that.
Get another 10.
Oh, I see.
He had moved him over here. He turned him here.
I liked him better where he was.
And that's where he turned him. He said, I turned him to the side so he can get to him.
Alright, so, Jotun, what's your initiative?
19.
No pluses?
Valker,
23.
Bronson,
12.
Was it?
Glass.
3.
Oh, you have a +6.
Dude, that is fucking scary.
I did 25.
So, 25. So yours wasn't. Yours auto calculated as a 23. Yours as an 11, so I had to up it to 12. Yours was a 4. I have to down it to a 3. It was that
Interesting.
close.
It's
to
pretty
Yeah.
close, yeah.
They guessed everything.
That's 3 random numbers on
Well,
a
yeah,
scale
you
of
ran
1
it
to
down
10.
and rolls a 20.
Weird.
And Zendala is at a 3 as well.
Is it the same link from
And you were at a 25.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And for those that haven't seen it before, we are running with, I have to go back and get it, a piece of software that we got off Patreon called Improved Initiative. That's what we use for our combat initiative tracker. Pretty cool little piece of software. Somebody mark the time. We gotta get a clip of me looking.
Can't see shit. Alright. I've got to.
Oh, goodness me. So that's a lot of bloody goblins.
Just 8.
No.
Or so.
Alright, so top of round 1, Jotun, Aegis. What do you do?
Well, I've got this goblin, a full Nelson, basically. I guess if I turn him to the other side, like try to move him over here, would that be a strength check to do so?
I mean,
No,
you have him
because
grappled.
you have him grappled,
You
so
can just move him
control
as
his
you
movement.
please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move him all the way up to me.
I'll do that. I'll just move him down the hallway towards Bronson. Would that give these guys
Because you already
an opportunity
he's dead,
attack?
right? You already put a sword in his
I don't know if
belly.
he's dead. He's saying no.
You stabbed him, but he
Yeah.
didn't die.
Yeah, he took 11
He's
Wow.
quote unquote hurt. According to the first initiative.
Okay.
Not bloody.
Wow.
Yeah. So carry him over. Something like that.
You know what? I'm gonna try to throw him against this wall,
Yes.
so the rest of them notice.
Give me a strength check.
That's what I was, that's what I was
15.
Alright. What's the square distance?
thinking. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
15 feet, yeah. You hurl this little
Oh,
pipsqueak.
speaking of which,
Yeah.
Roll a d6 plus your strength modifier
3 plus 3 is 6.
6. So he hits, is prone.
Pretty good goblin noises, actually.
And he splats up against there, and then you hear the back
Warlocks?
corner.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where that guy was. All right, Jotun, any bonus actions?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at. Right here.
So, end of Jotun's turn. Valkyr, you heard a goblin missile go lunging through. You're hearing the steady trickle of blood coming out of the torso wound whenever you stabbed into it, especially as it tinks off of the track. You hear the goblin scream, and then a wet...
You're echoing. Someone's playing Twitch.
Oh, you're right. How do I turn the...
Just mute it.
right click the tab.
I'm trying to use the tracker.
Oh.
Okay. I hear him smack.
So
up
you
against
hear it
there.
splat and then just land in this kind of like wet towel being dropped on the ground, just like.
Gross, I love it.
What do you do?
Okay. I believe. Okay. Do you have a 20 feet template?
Yeah, of course.
We have this too.
Oh, that was 20 feet. Yeah.
Does this work?
Yeah. It has 20 feet marked on it.
WrestleMania 2016.
Are those 1-inch squares though?
Oh,
the way that we zoom?
yeah, this might not be the exact scale. It doesn't matter if the squares are different. Yeah, no, it's
You
not
can-
gonna work.
Right.
You can zoom in a tiny
No,
bit.
don't do
Oh, we'll just
Yeah,
we'll
Don't
just-
mess with it.
Yeah.
So it's 4 squares. So
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and. Bum 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 bum
2,
bum.
3, 4, 5. Okay.
I think
Dancing
even
goblin.
I'll move up here.
6. Yep. Yep.
Bum 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 bum. gonna reach into my pouch, pull out a piece of sulfur. Like,
An expensive 5 gold.
I don't know the
Muddy lost
verbal
head.
component. Well,
You make it up.
I make up the verbal component.
He's not actually casting magic. Whenever, you know that, right? The mind of babes. So what do you do?
This is why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Go like this, and then like, shoots a fireball right to here.
Oh, Johnny Dangerous.
Yeah.
All right.
Level
Putting the
3.
Imperial.
Hey everybody, we're here.
Dexterity.
Imperial terrain.
16, yeah.
Okay.
There goes my plan.
So those 3, 4
Yep.
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So starting closest to me,
Okay.
going that way. DC is what?
16.
Nice.
Dex.
Natty 1.
Oh! Is that your 5th 91?
Going home for the evening.
Wow. Right in the trash.
Hey, don't,
Alright,
don't
so-
call out the roll yet, though. So roll it, and then give me a second. I just gotta look at this. I'm gonna give every one of the. As
You're
a
supposed to
reaction.
know- you're
I can
supposed
only do one reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to know the number of the roll, but
Not
not
the
whether
result.
it succeeds or fails. Yep.
Okay. What's the first one?
All right. So
Second one. We already know the first
second one. Yeah. First one's a natty 1. Second one is a 12. Third one is a 16.
We'll use cutting words on that one,
Okay.
and then that's the only time I can use it.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they all fail. All 4 of them.
Okay.
Roll that damage.
Roll that sweet fireball footage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn the action cam
8d6.
here so we can see this back line of gobos. Not disintegrate. I guess would they disintegrate?
Incinerate.
Incinerate.
Conflagrate.
Conflagrate.
Sure.
Thanks. I need one more, but it's okay. I'll just reroll.
Let's roll
Once we do
the
that.
ones.
10, 25, 30.
And in one fell swoop, 4 goblins are incinerated.
Yeah.
Those are all mine. Just
He's heating up.
The wise man. Dun 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 dun. Does the piece of sulfur like blow away? It's like
Oh yeah, little cinders.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go look over at Bronson and go.
Feel so good.
Can you do it so you can see the camera?
Huh?
Yeah, you're above the camera. Come on.
Oh yeah.
What do you do, Bronson?
I just gotta go. Time to
Bronson
catch
goes,
up, big boy.
I drink your milkshake.
Yeah.
Read all.
I drink it up.
The foreman's like, what's all that racket? He just says all his friends go blown up in the back of the room.
To be fair, they're my employees, not my friends, so.
That's fair,
okay.
actually. He is a foreman.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck about them, in fact. He might turn tail.
All
Now that I
right.
think about it.
So, Goblin Soup there stands up and brandishes his scimitar
Curved swords.
and makes 2 attacks against Valkyr.
Little fuck.
How dare
That's 1.
the audacity.
2 hits if your AC is still 15.
It is 15, and I can't use shield.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
you already
used your
Okay.
reaction.
All right. No problem.
So
It's okay, they're all back.
it is
You should have stayed.
5 slashing and 6 slashing. So 11 slashing damage to Valkyr as this gooey, just covered in blood goblin stands up and slashes you twice. Once catching you on the neck, down your shoulder blade, and then the other one across your amply sweet buttock.
A lot of meat back there.
That's right. Hocking right into that ham hock.
All right. Next up is Goblin 3. So the one that's closest to me on the front line runs out around and gets face to face with Valkyr. Him, correct?
Yep.
Oh, Valkyr. Just needed that fucking reaction, man. Think that through.
You'll be alright.
Yeah.
One is a 13. The other is a natty 20.
You'll be alright.
Red guy's back.
Oh, shut up! Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
6 plus 5. That's another 11 from the crit, and we get a draw from the player crit deck.
Oh.
From Nord Games.
Ooh.
You forget the entire session.
Look at that.
He forgets his name.
Yeah.
Oh no.
My name is.
Would you like to cut?
I would.
You never cut, Mike. Damn it. You never cut.
All right.
I disagree.
Pick your poison.
You know when I'm loading the deck.
Well, the whole thing's fucking loaded.
I mean, it
That's
well,
fair.
it well and truly is.
All right. What's
7
gonna be?
viewers. This is it. We're using the
face.
the dirty cards.
Make a DC 12 Dex throw.
Okay. Save or throw?
Save and throw.
Sorry.
No, this is dexterity saving throw.
DC 12.
DC 12
All
bullets.
right, I'm gonna roll a d20.
Make sure your save is what you're looking at,
use your
not your
advantage
check.
thing. Use your advantage thing.
Yeah. Is this advantage or is this reroll?
That's advantage.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
roll that. Use my advantage token.
Oh wait, let me put you back on.
Gonna roll this hot money.
Oh, I'm so glad you're
18 plus 2 is 20.
All right.
All right. So the scimitar comes in and hits right on a seam of your armor. It cuts and loosens some of the internal plates in there, but not enough to damage the armor. Had you failed that, you would have lost 1 AC off of your equipment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It
terrible.
hits your armor hard.
Nord Games, no. That's mean.
Dude, way to go, Nord Games.
That's crazy.
That's great.
I've never thought about damaging someone's armor like that.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Right? You like take off a shoulder plate like that.
You think if you don't administer some kind of work on that remediation and continue to fight on it, eventually you're gonna have some maleffects on your armor.
Vlad yells over at you. I got you, lad. Don't worry.
All right. So
Pulling
that-
swords out of my belly. Yo, you got me.
All right. Next up is Goblin number 4, which is our 4-man. You see him raise up a bow. He knocks an arrow and fires.
Who's he firing at?
It's firing at Valkyr.
No, he's not.
It's coming at you.
Anything within 15 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. So that is a 22 to hit.
That's a lot.
Anything within 10 feet, not 15. He's still within 10.
He's within 10.
Yeah. That hits.
3 piercing damage.
Okay.
Cut in half. Take
2.
1.
You round up, right?
Yeah.
Take 1.
Taking 1.
It's a holiday.
I would have taken that.
Thank you, Jesus. Sorry.
I'm muffin Jesus.
You are, because you should have died.
The next
3 days
one is a
ago.
19.
No, that hits, yeah.
Come back 3 days later. I am the bacon
That
and
is
cheese.
5.
Cut in half.
Cut in half.
The name of Baconator after me.
So 2 arrows pierce into glass, and or just the impact more doesn't really break through her armor, and you hear him clank down to the ground. Bronson, you've seen 2 arrows just go zooming past your face. There's a goo-covered goblin that's there, and then you're hearing a lot of action from that big swarm that was in there. You don't know necessarily how many got taken out by that fireball.
Right, I just know he went.
Yeah.
and then screaming, and then arrows come back. And he goes, "Alright, we're getting loud, are we?" And he just stomps right to here, right in between them.
Nice.
And he's gonna go backhanded little one at the one that's already hurt.
Which one?
The one that's already this one.
No, like which your regular?
That's what I was getting
Okay.
to. So he's gonna do a backhanded regular hit on the little hurt guy, and then bring Shatterflail down
Yes!
on the other one.
I'll
So
roll
gold
that.
is the Shatterflail here.
With stat points.
That's just horrifying. Okay, so that's an 18 to hit with Shatter.
Shatter hits.
And we're going to re-roll this one. Where are we? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on this one.
Okay, so 11 damage on him.
On the...
Yeah.
The guy who didn't get thrown.
Yeah.
And then the other one we're over 20 to hit, so he's getting hit as well.
Okay.
2, I'm going to re-roll this because it's cocked. 3, 8 damage on this guy.
Okay, so the goo guy is straight up Dzunski.
Straight up Gugon.
Any bonus actions?
That guy's still standing, huh?
Splat.
Let's take a bonus action to fucking hit him.
Okay,
You second winding?
Yeah, nice. Don't we think?
go for it.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
As you turn around and swing him, he looks at you and goes, I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm still standing. Looking for the new survivor. Feeling like a little
And Bronson
kid.
goes, "You get knocked down, but you get up again. Well, Bronson's gonna keep you down." So 19 to hit and 17 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Cool.
God, it's getting
5, 6, 7, 8,
Turn up.
12.
Turn the torches down in the hallway.
3, 4,
I'm gonna go for a
10,
walk.
24.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
gonna go for
swing around and are actually get out of my wine cellar.
almost.
You come back with two backhands like
Oh, yeah.
this and catch him under both sides of the chin, and it is literally like somebody stomped on a soda can. It is just this foamy spray that comes up as the cap goes spinning down, lands on the ground, and he is done.
Yeah, I like to think that like he hit the one and he dropped and he hits the other one and he takes it and looks back and there's like one missing tooth and then he goes and gets mad that he survived. Hits him with both and sends the gush upward.
I'm gonna do an incidental and grab you and cough up blood all over you and go, I still have 4!
And Bronson, with all the blood he coughed up on him, on Bronson's chest, he grabs it and like smears it under his eyes. He goes, "It's all."
Yeah. All right. So, any other?
That's it.
That's it.
I live.
So Goblin 2 comes pouncing forward and stands in the on the tracks in between Bronson and there you go, and makes
buddy?
2 swings at Valkyr.
You mean he's standing knee deep in his buddy?
Yeah.
Does he take any kind of demoralization?
No,
Roll.
he's excited. He hated Larry.
Oh, that's big.
Larry was a real shirker. He didn't like
Larry's from work.
He deserved it.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Larry's the kind of guy that knows how many days till Christmas. Nobody likes Larry.
Larry microwaves fish.
17.
Oh,
17 damage?
fuck.
No, just in front,
It
the
hits too
second
close
hit.
to home, man. It does. It hits too close to home.
Larry parks too close in the parking lot and
12
puts his mirror
slashing
in
damage.
because he knows he's too close, but then doesn't put yours in.
Jesus Christ.
Larry's the
I
worst.
hate him already.
Larry gets the last cup of coffee at the percolator and it stops running and sees you standing behind him and just walks away without saying anything.
I'm coming for you, Larry.
I know Larry.
I'm coming for
Glass.
Sorry. Glaz. Larry's.
you. You're so mad at
So
Larry.
angry.
She's gonna move up.
You see, Larry? You see what happens?
See what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. That's so good.
So Glass comes running up in front of these guys, and she looks over by the foreman there and goes, "I'm next, Banner!" And a spiritual weapon pops forth.
Nice.
Except this time,
Showing off.
considering this is a place of power for the dwarves,
Ooh.
it looks aged and learned.
I like the flavor. It's a nice flavor.
It's like a lemon lime.
Yeah, it should come up like a forge hammer, like a blacksmith hammer.
Yeah, I like that. It's supposed to be a normal hammer.
Yeah.
It's an aged forge hammer. And then with her, that was her bonus action. She's gonna the spiritual weapon's gonna swing at the 13.
13 misses.
13 misses. Okay. And then with her main action, she is going to turn on this gobbo and with her hammer smack down on him as hard as she can.
Okay.
$16.
11 plus
16
5
hits.
at home.
16 hits. Okay.
16 hits.
She does
Ooh,
5
yeah.
points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Nice. Alright, Zendala's turn.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's a bit behind, huh?
Yeah.
She's moving up.
So she moves up and around the corner and will cast Firebolt
Oh my.
at the Gabo.
The foreman or the close one?
The close one.
Oh Jesus.
Hits.
Yeah. I was gonna say she comes up behind Valkyr and just puts a hand on her shoulder and looks at him and goes,
Right between his legs.
no, right over her shoulder. Just like looks at him and goes,
Dance the next intro.
dead.
Zap. It's great.
Yeah, and he just melts in front. It's just like a marshmallow getting
Oh, like a microwave.
gooey tone. Yeah, microwave pizza, perfect. Dude. All right, top of round 2. Yes.
That's
so
good.
good. How do I make it do that on command?
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
the one. That's so good.
Jotun, you just have heard a lot of wet noises around the corner. What are your actions?
After seeing the one get crushed after I threw it against the wall, I shall round the corner. I can make it right here.
Yeah. That fire is not actually persistent fire. I just like the idea of smoldering goblin.
Yeah. And I will target the foreman with Ray of Frost.
Oh yeah.
Ray of Frost.
Here we go.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Tim, if you're watching, please
Damage
comment. Let us know what you
is
thought
12.
about that. And subscribe. Remember, click on that follow button. We're real close.
I mean, if you're looking to subscribe to the channel, you can subscribe to twitch.tv/yellow but
What? That was really fast. And
well, I don't want to
That's something
promote
that I
on your
heard.
channel, you know.
a nude channel?
New channel.
Hey, there's a lot of naked printing going on there. All right, so it is half speed and disadvantage on the next attack. I think it's just speed.
Just half
Not
speed.
significant.
Yeah, okay. Any bonus actions?
No.
All right, Valkyr.
I will stay right there, I think. And the shield there.
What you doing?
I'm gonna bring my hand up and start doing some symbols. And then my verbal is gonna be, I knew a friend, a comedian named Vert Reynolds, and he had a funny line. Your mother, Trebek. And I'm gonna I just do a snap to them, and then Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay. Charisma saving
I'm
throw.
the last
Huh?
guy.
Charisma.
It is a wisdom 16.
It's a first level spell. The second level.
Fails.
He failed. He failed. So he goes prone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the end of his turn, He's got to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
So it is his turn. And he passes with a 16.
It's not 17.
Cutting words.
Okay. Go ahead.
What do you say?
What words do you say?
The DA.
It's just like your bardic inspiration,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, what DA?
Darla. It's a 4. I'm gonna say that was my friend Vert Reynolds' joke. Stay down.
Vert Reynolds. God, get out of here.
Do you ever watch the Oprah Winfrey Network?
God. Bronson.
That we're clear of threats other than him, right? Okay, so Bronson's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and get to here. And Bronson's gonna put his flails away.
Sit on.
Yeah, he's gonna drive a knee into his little goblin sternum, just kneel right on top of him, and close his hand all the way around his neck while he's cackling his fucking head off and goes,
Athletics check.
"Oh yeah, oh, I'd love to."
At advantage. At advantage.
Oh, even better.
He's hideously laughing.
I'm sure it's extremely hideous, in fact.
Do you think you can pop his head off?
Oh no! Wow! A 1 and a 4, so that's a 12. But still squeezing his little goblin neck.
Do speak common, little one.
And
then in Dwarvish he goes, "Snick nif nif nish." Do you speak common or Dwarvish?
And so it says back.
In Goblin or in Dwarvish?
In Dwarven.
Oh, okay. So I'll ask him, "Schnookindi snoof snoof." And so I'm gonna ask him in Dwarven,
No?
The Swedish chefs, I love it.
what are you building or doing here?
We's down here trying to learn secrets from dwarvies.
Do you have dwarves captive?
What do you mean learn secrets of dwarves?
Secrets.
What do you mean secrets, you widow fuck?
We very
That's exactly right, yeah.
We've got 2 of them held. Where are they? I said where are
Are we
they?
still in initiative?
Swear to me!
Yeah, exactly.
Where is she?
Roll a intimidation check.
No advantage?
No.
Okay,
Not that scary.
that's fair. 12.
He starts pointing back behind him.
This way?
Towards me.
Toward that way?
Mm-hmm.
You said there's 2 of them. How many guards? How many guards?
And he drives his knee harder into his sternum.
Anywhere from 2 to 12.
And he just kind of shakes his head and points.
You're not even over there, is he? That's really what happened?
No, he says,
There's a handful. Let me go.
And Bronson goes,
You're gonna have a handful up your fucking nose in 1 second if you don't tell me how many guards.
and he says,
Maybe 10. What are they, goblins? Am I 10?
and so he'll call over, and so he'll stop being intimidating and be like, "That's about 10 guards guarding 2 dwarves over there."
How many more? What else is down here?
And go back to being intense with him.
Give me some waffle fries.
Yes.
That's a mistake!
let me see you have no siblings.
That's right.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, so I ask him what else. What else is down here? What, you got the 2 dwarves, you got the 10 guards.
There's a vault!
A vault?
What's in the vault?
Glass.
What's in the vault?
Glass.
Glass. You better not be lying to me.
A vault of glass. I would have played Destiny.
You're the worst.
No, so there's a vault that they found. He kind of utters. He doesn't know what's in it.
Look at that.
Waffle fry. So Bronson goes, how many more down here? You got the 10 of you little fucks guarding the 2 dwarves, and you got a vault. How many more goblins are down here guarding the vault? How many you got working?
We are legion.
No.
You're You're fucking boot scrape, lad. You're fucking nothing. You'll die now or you'll give me answers. And he squeezes harder.
He's trying to talk.
And then he lets up off his throat but goes harder on his sternum as he tries to breathe.
There's at least 30 total.
Very good. And drives an elbow into his head.
Make an attack.
21.
Longest 6 seconds. Cute. 21 hits.
Just throw him in the
Damage?
molten.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Oh!
8, 9, 15. No, 17.
Yeah, so he's just face
Squish!
just becomes a little pile of goo. Alright, what do you guys want to do now?
What do you guys want to goo now?
Are we having
Bronson gets up and says, what do you guys want to goo now?
Are we having
You're not in active combat right now, but we'll just keep it in initiative.
I have my special weapon smash on the goo for 6 seconds.
You're doing the Sin City thing where you just hit the head until it's a puddle.
Fucking capture me, brethren. We've got to save these dwarfs. And then I'm going to send my spiritual weapon
So
around
yeah, obviously, if anybody didn't hear all that, I conveyed all of that.
to here at the end of the tracks. Now I'm going to move forward.
Can we cast spells openly?
Yeah.
What do
Let's try to stay in some order, semblance of order. So Vlaz, that's what you did. Zendala moves into the room over by Bronson, and she whips out kind of the inside of her cloak for you to clean the gore off. She offers it.
And then I shake that out.
And as an
Thank you,
incidental, she prestidigitations the goo off.
Okay. And I'll be like,
and winks at you.
milady, I'm sorry you had to see that.
She
He laughs exactly like that.
Jotun, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll point to the back of the room, like, should we head this way? There's also more down here.
Okay.
And you're hearing movement from the
Chicken
inside.
and waffles cereal?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's happening.
That's a thing.
Chicken and waffles potato chips have been around for a while.
Yeah.
We did those at D&D, in fact.
You can put this in milk.
You could have done that with the chips, too, I guess.
Or the chicken
not
and the
gonna be as
waffles. Anyway.
Yeah.
In milk?
Yeah.
It's just not gonna taste as good.
All right, if you're watching at home, do you want to do chicken and waffles literally in milk, or do you want to get the chicken and waffles cereal? 1 for chicken and waffles literally in milk.
Can we get an F and
2 for the chicken and waffles cereal. We got to see who's gonna win this. Dun, 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 dun,
The Terminator music plays. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Where do we hear? Where do we hear things happening?
What?
Where do we hear things happening?
You
gotta
got
go
a
see the
pounding
dwarves.
over here, closer
That
towards
way?
me.
Yep.
There's
There's a door in the back corner of the room. Let's go.
Okay, so
Back there.
I guess I'll sprint around.
Lead the way.
Get over here. Point towards the door.
I'm having muffin burgers for dinner, and I'm having chicken waffle cereal for bedtime snack.
Fucked.
Best 420 ever.
We gotta get way more high. Like that. No! I gotta drive. No way.
So that's where I end up after sprinting.
Means you're chief now.
I like that, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Are you a dragon?
You like dragons?
Yeah, can we go? What is it? We're in initiative or no?
Yeah, we're in addition. We're in somewhat symbols.
My turn's done.
Okay.
Volker.
Valker's up. Move me 6. Yeah, that's down in the pit, Dan.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. Go right here.
You can sprint. Might as well sprint.
No, I'm gonna do level 2 cure wounds.
Oh.
Always looking out for yourself.
Because I got my ass handed to me.
You're right. You should.
That'd be number 1.
How much?
13. So I'm at 31. I moved that. Done. Who's next?
Bronson.
Bronson will be like, "Come on, lads. We gotta save those dwarves." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So you guys can all move up.
And as I'm going, I go, "We should investigate this room later." As I run along.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
I'll move over here.
Okay.
She'll move over here.
Boom.
No dashing? You can dash.
No, we're doing movement kind of freely right now.
Yeah. So you guys stack
Get
up
to
on the
this
door.
point, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're ready when you
This is,
are.
It would be expired by now, wouldn't it?
it goes for 10 rounds. It's been out for probably 5 or 6.
Not even. That combat was only 3 rounds.
No, it was 2.
Yeah.
How much
that's
rounds?
fast.
We've done 2 rounds of movement.
Yeah,
So
4
okay,
rounds
it's got
up.
6 rounds left.
Okay.
You lads ready? I'm gonna listen at the door before I kick it in. Do I hear anything? Perception? Probably.
Yeah, listen.
14.
You hear... It's hard to hear anything over that rhythmic hammering sound.
Sure.
You don't really feel like you hear anything through the door.
What kind of door is it?
This is a stone door.
Ooh, so it's heavy. I'm gonna check the handle
The guy that owns the gym.
and see if it just turns.
Okay.
Open.
So there's no turning mechanism. You're just pushing in and out.
Okay. Alright. Lads, I can't kick this door in. We're just pushing it open and rushing through. You ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's the thing you have on?
He leans into it and pushes it open.
So yeah. So as you're leaning, it actually moves pretty freely.
Okay.
For how massive it is, it's crafted.
It's
well.
on big, heavy metal hinges.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it grinds very lightly against the ground as it opens up.
Oh!
And
Oh!
you look in. This is some type of an armory. You think probably used to defend all the wealth that would be dripping through here. From what looked like the silver drip that was coming in. You think that this is where most of them would get armed up in case something crazy went down. The chamber has 6 of each. There's battle axes, great axes, mauls, mooring stars, war picks, war hammers, heavy crossbows. There's 6 of those.
Bronson's like twirling in place. Oh, just like soaking it all in.
You see,
Yeah, he's just like twirling through the room, like caressing one and like picking up another one and kissing crossbows and hanging them back up and like playing with flails and putting them back and like and like can't choose which one he likes the most. Loves all of it.
then there's multiple containers with scores of crossbow bolts. Along the walls on the north side up here are 4 sets of dwarven half-plate armor.
Sick.
And
super
then there's
sick.
another wall there. Or another door on the wall.
Well, lads, say we load up on as much things as we like here till we're at capacity, and then carry along. You don't want to hinder yourselves and become over encumbered, but we should definitely take some of this fine dwarven craftsmanship.
Should we not just come back for it later? We're in the middle of we're trying to clear this place, right? We gotta find the dwarves.
We are.
but I love weapons. God damn, do I love weapons. And he goes, "You're right. We should come back later." As he's stuffing dwarven knives in his pockets, just like, "That sounds like a great idea. We should just come back later. We shouldn't take things now. That would be silly. That's just ridiculous. I don't know why we would stop now and gather all these things. That makes no sense to me. I mean, we'll come back later." He's like just poking items everywhere at this point. He's just taking all of it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move along, lads.
Glass opens the door.
Or you invisible.
Okay.
No.
So as this door opens, it's the same. It seems pretty easy on the hinges the way it's crafted. But you hit something, and it goes. Roll initiative again.
Oh man. 23. Gross. No.
Reroll.
I think you re-roll
That's
it.
right. Nice.
Because like I can move it to make it do something, but
22, yeah.
oh yeah, 20.
Okay, so 20. Wow, it had you at 19. Jotun,
23.
it has you at 22.
What the hell is going on?
It's really
I'm
scary.
kind of worried.
Valker, it has you at a 7.
That's wrong. It's a 22.
Oh, okay.
Does it know when I'm driving?
I was gonna say, what is this fucking Ouija board bullshit? Like it fucking knows.
Glass,
19.
it had you at 20.
That's all but one time it hadn't got the initiative within one. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Zendala, one of you roll a d20. It has her down as an anyone.
Go for it.
17.
Okay.
We're not
That's
cursed.
freaky as
Happy
shit,
to
though.
have that one, yeah. That's eerily close.
All right, again, Jotun leading the pack.
As always.
I should probably put some fucking minis out there.
Okay, they go on the spots.
They'll go on the icons. Let me move the light in there.
Oh, okay.
One more. So Vlad starts to open this large stone door, and it opens
Nice.
pretty quickly, but then you hear ah, and you hear the sound of the hammering, like the really loud, methodical one. You still don't see it originating in this room. You think very close by. There are 4 goblins that are in there that take immediate notice of you as the door opens up.
I'm gonna move to the back here and then cast magic missile on the guy in the doorway.
I kind of like this. This sounds like.
Yeah, very industrial.
Oh. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
Right.
11 damage on the guy in the doorway.
Plus your... Does that include your modifier?
It's just plus
Yeah,
1 to
just
each,
plus
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe as you leveled up, you got
So it's
extra
4,
sauce.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's just the level you cast it at.
Yeah, you can get
I thought-
more dice per level,
Okay.
but it's always plus 1.
Okay. So the light goes zooming all around your head, Laz, as tick, 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 and it kind of sits in there like a needler in Halo, and then pops.
Oh, I love it.
And he kind of shoots back, and you're seeing the holes start dripping a steady amount of blood coming out. Of, any bonus actions?
Nope.
Valker?
We are going to do... 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna use my power surge. I keep forgetting to do that.
Oh yeah, because you have 1 no matter what, right?
I'm going to cast Sleep back here.
God, the most effective spell today. Okay.
And
And that's is it a 15 or 20 foot radius?
20 foot.
20 foot radius or diameter?
Radius. Right?
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose
Yeah.
within range.
20 foot radius.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Is that all of them you're getting?
And we're going to cast that
Yeah.
at...
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to cast that at 3rd level.
okay.
additional 2d8. So it's 5d8,
78.
78, 98.
78.
78.
Good lord.
6, 8, 13. 21, 23, 30.
Kind of sucked on the rolls, huh? 35, that's it.
Okay, so the front two closest to the door fall down and go prone.
Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. Coming up next is Bronson.
So the one just in front of the door is asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna squeeze on by Glaz and step on into the room. And that one that's front and center. None of them are hammering, you said?
No.
So this one, so as I come into the room and step over the sleeping one and I'm face to face with this guy, what is he up to?
He's standing there, scimitar in hand, staring at you as you come rushing through over his buddy.
Cool. So I'll assess what's going on and look at the other one, look at the sleeping one, look at the one in the corner and look at him. Smack him in the head.
As is tradition.
14 and 19.
The 19 hits.
Aw, Shatterfiddle missed. Okay, so let's get those out of there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, advantage if they're asleep.
No, I'm hitting the awake one.
Oh, okay.
He's woke.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 12, 17.
17.
So he goes, whiff! And I go, ho ho ho! And uppercut him after he gets low.
He is bleeding heavily as the suction from the wound keeps you the end of your flail in it, and then very slowly you hear the suction give way with a pop as the flail drops down, and you both kind of like look down at it, and he looks up kind of questioning like a puppy dog, and then
Bronson shrugs.
Sorry, buddy.
Yep. Next!
his eyes kind of look down, and then he looks up angry and makes 2 attacks at you.
Sure. Hope he does.
That's an 11. And a natty 20.
Oh.
Is that red one? Was it the red? Call it out if it was.
Yeah, it's the old frog man.
You get the crit card?
Oh.
Sorry.
You're right. You're right.
All right, we've got a lot of viewers on right now, so we're gonna talk about the crit cards. From where?
Nord Games.
Nord Games. Got this deck of cards that really suck for us.
True.
But they do make the game
They
interesting.
make it really fun.
And it adds.
It's really fun until your
Cut.
character's getting credit and
Never cut.
detrimented for.
Never cut. I actually have a deck of playing cards.
This is where he like loses a leg or something.
Did you
A
take out
buzzsaw
the
comes down from the ceiling. Let's see what he gets, folks. Now the DM doesn't tell us what the card is, or show us the card. He reads it out.
He might be making it up.
It's a lot of reading.
Is it slashing? Scimitar?
Yeah. So, it's not actually that big of a deal. Roll a d8.
A D8?
Yeah.
The tension. You're right, Alex.
A 4.
For the next 4 hours, you deal half damage on melee attacks.
Oh, that's
4 hours?
terrible.
Alright, I'm taking a short rest. You guys have a good night.
Life-threatening is the
Severity,
The
yeah.
severity on it. Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Show him the card.
Just to be clear, our main damage dealer is doing half damage for the next 4 hours.
Just be glad it wasn't a magical effect. Sap strength, quadruple damage, and if this attack deals acid, poison, or necrotic damage, your strength score is permanently reduced by 1.
Get out of here.
Ooh.
Shit.
Yeah, that didn't happen though. So fuck right.
Dude, these I love these things.
So do I. Alright, help me remember it's half damage. Rounded down, rounded up.
You can round up.
I'll round up.
it's crazy because like normally you're either you drop your weapon and it's very one dimensional. I like the
That's
choices
4 hours is
that
kind
this,
of a lot.
This makes you do.
Choices.
Yeah.
For the situation we're in, yes. All right.
So what happens there is that Bronson like hits him and clobbers him real good, and when the goblin comes back to counterattack, he covers up, but he takes the sword across the back of both his hands, so he can't really hold his flails as well as he used to.
No, that's good. And that is 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 1, 10. So you take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Better hit hard.
I mean, if you hit for 40, you still hit for 20.
And next in line,
Let me hit for 10. I hit the single target for 20 pretty regularly.
What you doing?
So
Working for
Glass seeing the hit that her buddy took on his nux, realizes that she needs to get in and raise her shield for him. So first things first, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 5, 10, and she's going to swing her warhammer at the goblin. 5, 17.
17 hits.
And then she does 8 points of damage.
Dead.
Swish!
So when the goblin resets after seeing the damage he did to Bronson and kind of and then during one of his chuckles when the weapon's slightly lowered, she just takes her hammer and fucking smashes the side of his head in. And Bronson, you see one half of the face because the other entire half of the face is just smushed in.
Mind the gap.
And then that's it for Glass Women.
Okay. So next up, the goblin in the corner comes running up to attack you, Glass. First swing.
Half is brutal. I feel like it should be minus D4 or something. Fuck.
It makes it a crit.
14.
It's crazy.
Second slash is worse than that. So 2 misses.
Just start throwing her flails at
Goblin
people to get the range.
2 and 1 are both asleep.
I could use.
Zandala comes walking up and will dash because she's still moving in half speed.
Okay. Where to?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. That's 4 right there.
Okay. Because the max she can move is 6, so I think that's close enough.
Okay.
All right. Top of round 2, Jotun.
Let's see, I think I need to move through the pack to get to target this, guys. Jump over the table. 3, 4. Can I go right here? Or is that on top of some barrels?
You're on top of barrels, large drums.
2, 3, 4, 5. I could go here without getting.
Yeah, give me just a quick athletics check.
I think that's a 13.
13. Yeah, okay, you're fine.
Okay. Ray of Frost.
Standing
this
there. Okay.
Fellow right here. Just for existing. 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Okay.
Damn.
That's my turn. I'll still yell at him like, "You should have just run away."
Should have never come here.
Coming up next, Valkyr.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna say, anybody hungry? We're about to have some roast goblin.
Damn it.
Now this is gonna be interesting. He's gotta do a dex save.
No, it's an auto fail.
Okay, so he's
So
taking
he'll take
2d8.
it. Yeah.
Some goblin wings.
Fucking 5 damage.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
Cut it in half. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
All right.
Level 7, casting 1 damage.
Let's see. Is that it? Any bonus actions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Next up is Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson's just gonna turn and hit that guy next to him twice.
Okay.
Bring the rockets.
Cash said, don't give two fucks. I came to start all ruckus.
That's not copyrighted. Please don't look it up.
Oh, baby!
Her singing it probably is, but me,
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Other one's a nat 20.
Yeah, those hit. Let's
Oh, look at that fucking damage! Critical hit, so the not crit is maxed already. 8 on a d8, 6 on a d6. Fucking gross. So 8, 9,
So
10.
too bad it's gonna be halved.
Hey, have the
That's how you do this. So
Yeah.
22, so it's 11 damage on that one. This one
Oh, okay.
is
That's good enough
8,
right there.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18,
So
22. So 11 and 11. Halved.
It does.
sorry.
It does Mount Rushmore damage. It's a big number.
Why are we wasting this on a goblin? Just grape him.
Fun.
So I did 44 damage to him, half to 22. Fuck you, goblin. I hope. Here's how hard I hit him. His mother dies, and the Grand Goblin is raised from the dead and has such a bad fucking attack that all of her kin die.
Okay.
His whole family dies.
Pretty much what happens.
And all of his neighbors shit themselves.
Look
So-
at that fucking damage dice. That is
He,
gross.
your flail goes through, and there is a collection of just gore that sprays out and hits up against the wall in somewhat of an interpretive art look as it slowly drizzles down, and in these
Basins, right? Fountains.
little fountains of water for you to be able to go in and quench your blade with Guy Harris.
Albolus has erased from the timeline.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
I hit him
like that.
so hard that I go back in time and give his mother a goblin abortion.
Yeah, that's what that's about.
Well, that's what the card says.
Yeah, verbatim.
Interesting.
Well rehearsed.
If you're watching, what happens to the goblin is what's about to happen to these two guys right here.
No!
They got erased.
Bangarang.
They're back. That's too much.
Glass.
Yeah, Glass is going to.
Oh, it's dead too. I forgot.
The one. Also, it's dead. So she'll turn around this way. She'll move her spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, we didn't ferret out the full damage on the guy that slept in the bonfire.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still alive.
To get damage at the beginning of his turn, is that?
He's got it. Now he's got to do another dex at the end of his turn.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not even-
Yeah,
yeah.
we're good then. All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good.
Never mind. That's the one you only did 5 damage.
Correct. Yeah.
Cut in half. And then cut in half
Yeah,
again.
even with yours being cut in
Someone's having a
half.
tough time with
Well, I
that
did
crit over
44
there.
damage.
Yeah, so Glass's spiritual weapon moves into the
good.
space above the barrels, and then
If
she.
I didn't, it would have been so
Spiritual weapon's
stupid.
blue, Glass is red.
And those are at advantage because it's prone on the ground.
Glass 16 for her,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the spiritual weapon, it's 18.
Okay. Both hit.
Yeah.
Counter.
Got him.
Got him. Spell sniper.
12 damage. 12 damage.
It just immolates into a sparked pool of goo and done. All right. So any bonus action?
I used
That's
that
it for the
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
This was round 9, so next round it'll be its last round.
So the goblin wakes up
Yep.
and moves.
So he's gonna stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, and move where?
1 over into the water.
Okay.
Filled with his buddy's face chunks.
Yeah.
And he's going to make 2 attacks on Glaz. That misses 18.
Hits.
Okay. Damage. You are 7 points of slashing damage. And Zendala's turn.
Ooh, those are fun.
Firebolt at it. That misses. Let's see. Top of round 3 of this engagement, Jotun.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna still use my cantrip on this guy, but I will move just to be able to hit him a little easier. Ray of Frost. 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 hits.
That is 13 damage.
And
Yeah.
he is done.
There you go.
Fire goes out.
All right, so you guys are now in this room where a lot of like the finish, more fine-tuned polishing and smithing is done over here. So a lot of smaller ball-peen hammers and stuff line the walls here. You have 2 different paths that you can take out of this room. There's 2 separate doors.
Any? I'd like to look around for any glass or amber.
Roll an
Rods.
investigation check.
Okay. Nat 20.
Let's get you a drink.
The one.
The one.
Yes.
It's actually the number 3.
The number 3.
The number 3.
I gotta talk to you about making labels for me for things. They're so good.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous.
How's that search come out? The 20.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
you need what? Glass and amber.
Nope, just a glass, amber, or crystal rod.
You find a lot of amber for putting in for cheap adornment on certain things where you still look like it's more fancy armor. So you have plenty of amber. Let's roll a d8.
See the color.
As you pick it up, you hear the
4.
ears. Amber was the color of its own.
God damn. 4 rods?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you.
I was just making a joke.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Mike made it quietly to me, and I was so mad at him. And then you made it more publicly.
Whoa!
Calm down there, yeah.
Anger is the color of this.
That's me. It's me. It's right. It's Bronson. Jesus Christ.
Alright,
Every time I cast a
good.
spell that needs
That's
one of
really
those, is
good.
it consumed?
only if it says so in the spell description.
Okay.
Jesus
Alright.
Alright, so what are you guys doing now?
I would like to listen at this door.
Okay. The air, as you kind of come up to the door, you are hearing more of an echo of noises coming through that door than you have in the others, but it's just mostly like the sound of like bubbly lava and the sound of heat and sizzle that you're hearing all around you. It just sounds more echoey through that.
Okay, I'll look at everybody and just kind of like shake my head and like point at the other door.
You're like glass nods.
And Bronson will be like, "Legs, you don't need to be quiet. It's loud as fuck in here, and I've been screaming for
Alright,
hours."
well, I didn't hear anything that would lead me to believe that there was prisoners or guards in there.
Fair.
Okay. You opening the door?
And it's either hammering or guards. It's one of the 2
Let's
doors.
stack up on this one then.
Alright.
I'm into it.
Woo! The curses are speaking through me.
Yeah.
They're gonna speak through you again later.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys.
But they sound different later. Now they sound like they sound like
So either way, it's evil.
Oh, look, we win. We won.
Can we load goblins on this, please?
Yeah.
all of them are goblins?
Yeah.
Even that One that looks different.
Can you guys reach?
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Doing great.
We need one more.
This is the one that goes on that one.
Okay.
That's right there. Alright. I'm gonna go back to this.
Back to this. Back to initiative. Back to this. Back to initiative.
Backstreet Boys?
I think we're done. I think we're all done here.
You gotta fill the dead.
Can we get a 1 in the chat if you like that?
Can
Is
we
it
get
1?
Can we get an F in the chat?
Roll
Can we just get a
initiative,
one?
please.
Oh, God.
Jotun and Bronson probably are going to be the highest rollers, according to my mathematical model over here.
My mathematical model. I got a 13.
23.
Weird, because it said you got a 23
Thanks,
and you
Alice.
got a 13.
Thanks for the
You're full of shit. You're full of shit.
That's crazy.
I'm sick of this. I'm going home. I'm sick of this Ouija board bullshit. It's creeping me out. Look at Dave's face. That's how I feel.
Valkyrie, did you get a 17?
Oh shit. Now a nat just on the die. A 17.
Dude, this is getting kind of scary.
Plus 3. So mine
20?
ended up 20, yeah.
What we're talking about is in the improved initiative tracker we use. It does a roll, a random roll itself, and tries for an initiative.
It's been really,
really accurate.
weirdly accurate to
Yeah.
what we're gonna roll.
So
I keep
Glass.
predicting it. It's
I rolled a
It's
19.
it?
Oh,
What?
I rolled 19.
Okay. It was only at a 10.
It's creeping us out real bad.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I rolled a 15. My bad.
Okay.
Alright, somebody roll for Zendala. She's going to get a 13.
So I rolled a 12.
It's off by 1.
Yeah.
Just regularly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's weird.
crazy. Alright.
We're the 3D reflection off of the edge of the 2D universe.
Bronson, you are first and foremost, as you're the one opening the door. You see the situation in front of you. A lot of goblins. One seems to be cloaked in robes within the southernmost of these forged chambers, and you can hear the loud rhythmic pounding of the automated forge in here.
Okay. So when I open the door and I see all these guys, I notice one of them is in robes. Do I have a moment to take in? So I come in, armed. What are they all holding?
Most of them have tools in their hands,
Hammers?
with blacksmithing hammers or tongs.
Okay, they're not all holding like ranged weapons. They're all holding like a tool
Yeah.
of some sort.
Me too.
Yeah. So Bronson will step in the room and
Can I
take.
get an F in the chat?
He's gonna take 2 swings at the nearest one. Oh baby.
Wait, are you guys minigaming?
Nope.
We are not doing that!
Does a 15 hit?
Which one are you swinging at?
The nearest
there's
one to
the
the
F.
door.
Look at that.
Throw the draft.
I know.
Yeah. That one does hit.
Okay. So 15, the other one's like a 27, so it doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
both hit.
So 11, 16. Oh wait, so that's 8 on him.
Okay.
And then the other one, let's see if the 6 is better. Nope, 6, 12, 18, so 9. And that's it.
8 and 9?
8 and 9.
Oh,
Already
that's
have.
good.
Yeah.
17? Man, 34 damage would have been nasty though.
This is rough.
Like a real level 7 fighter, man.
I know.
But I guess you're playing like you're level 3 or something.
Yep.
Alright, so you slash into it pretty heavily. And it's looks like it's hurt. You expect you would have done a lot more, but it's hard for you to get real good leverage with
he's
your
hitting
hands.
half as hard as he normally can.
Half the man. Alright, next up in the initiative Goblin 1, so the guy carrying the spear closest to Glaz, not the one you just hit, but the next one, is going to move 1 square over and attack Bronson.
This might turn bad pretty fast.
Disadvantage on that attack.
Okay. So that is an 11. The second attack is a 14.
As he was trying to swing at you, I kind of pulled you back a little bit.
Yeah.
With my shield arm, and just enough to make it not hit solidly.
Then the one that's closest to me is going to move 1 spot diagonal to attack Bronson.
This one?
Yeah. Misses. 19.
That does.
Only 2 piercing damage.
Come along, little ones.
That's the first you've been wounded this combat.
No, I got hit for 10 earlier. From... Oh, the fucking thing that fucked up my hands, obviously.
Yeah. I forgot to put the damage in for that. So you're at 52, correct?
62.
62.
Because I went down to 64 and then there's 2 more.
So I did put it in. The
You
max
reduced
is
my
reporting
max.
wrong.
Yeah, it was 74 max, got hit down to 64 with the crit that reduced my damage, and then 2 more is 62.
Cool. Okay.
And Bronson is not impressed
Okay.
at all.
So end of his turn, Valkyr. You're hearing the grunts in the other room from Bronson getting poked. The efforting of goblins as they're trying to move in and attack, and you're hearing in Goblinese a lot of chirping and barking commands.
I'm gonna move right here,
And cast sleep.
reach around him with a piece of sulfur, and reach around with my other hand, and I'm gonna do the symbolic part.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna whisper into his ear, "I'm about to beat you." And then you just see fire erupt and smash into the back wall, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody here is getting fireballed.
Jesus!
You really didn't take that opportunity to say I declare a thumb war?
And we're gonna do it at level. We're gonna do it at level 4.
Whoa, fuck. Is that 10d8? What is that?
No, 9-6.
96. Here's 4.
96.
6 more. 7.
Can we get 2d6?
So you just roll at once?
Yeah.
10. 28.
Alright, so
That's still pretty good.
he dies. So the one farthest is dead.
This guy.
Yeah. Then the 2 back ones are dead. No. Yeah. Nice.
I gotta get the hang of doing both of them.
Whoa.
And because I'm a giant pussy, I'm gonna move back up against the wall after I'm done.
Wise. Said it's wise.
So stupid.
Good job, man. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
That one guy lived?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Charred goblins everywhere.
Next up, a very battered and bloodied goblin rears back and makes 2 scimitar attacks against Bronson. First one misses. Second one. No, sorry, natural 20. No, we gotta do Nord game deck.
Oh no!
Can I heal from the last 4-hour detriment first, please? Jesus.
Well, we're the ones that keep blowing through doors.
No, you can do it.
Just little gobos.
It's a tank, man. It's your job. Get pounded on.
That's true.
I'm a DPS character. I'm not a tank.
Well, right now you're our tank because we don't have our other fighter.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
You mean barbarian who takes half damage?
Sure.
And you just
Still
deal
a
it,
cut.
so you're like Narvada or Marv.
Do 1
He does the
damage.
He does the face.
You have a sliced tendon.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Your speed is reduced by half for 1d4 hours. Sure.
That's not bad. That heals again anyway.
I mean, I'm not doing anything for 4 hours. 4 hours.
Let's roll some
He's
damage.
He's doing this.
Just but a flesh wound.
My
at this point.
tendons.
He's like no hands and
You know
hopping
what?
on
Hey,
one
if you
leg.
think about it, like this would happen. Someone would
Oh,
just get rickrolled
easy.
because
Yeah.
you're just how many guys have we fucking fought? So many like axes.
Well,
and
what's really
swords and
crazy is
scimitars.
I've been hit like 25 times, or
Yeah.
attacked like 25 times. I've been hit 3.
Yeah.
Nine
I'll-
damage.
Yeah.
Well, tactical venturing is very important. We don't often like slice the pie on doors or like try to lure people into funnels of death.
No, we're going in. Yeah, we gotta go. We got things to do.
Kick that door open.
Yeah.
Squish that
All right. Glass.
So the one behind me like hamstrings him basically, and he goes, "Oh!" He turns back over to him and he's flexing his hands that hurt real bad and goes, "Oh, I can't really grip these too hard, but I'm real mad."
All right. So
like you.
He does not like that one bit.
Glass is gonna hold up her hands in front of her and aim for an area in front of Bronson and goes. And her spiritual weapon is gonna pop out of the ground. Here. Is this a big machine? Is that? Okay, so she's gonna have a pop here then. And it's gonna smack this goblin in the back.
Damn right.
Oh.
Net 20.
Oh yeah, I gotta eat my booze. Sorry to make it all about me. That was like the biggest high school girl move in the world.
Oh, I gotta
Oh
eat
yeah,
my
I have one of those
Yeah.
too. Get in the
I
mouth.
totally forgot.
You did that really well.
See, leave that
Yes, queen.
milk and dirty
Yes,
glass.
queen.
You can finish that last sandwich up?
That's okay.
Did you eat all the sandwiches?
There's one left, but it needs to throw away. 'Cause
I will bequeath you as we
Bless
end
you.
and I leave this evening. If I could maybe perhaps take a muffin and burger home for my lovely lady.
Yeah, I'll. I gotta get her some fresh bacon.
No, okay, that's fine. We got bacon home. We have cooked breakfast meats.
Just take like a cheese single or two.
We have cheese too.
Cheese singles?
Then
Yes.
Okay.
Processed. Rory only eats processed
Good.
American cheese
Good,
food.
because you can't have real cheese on those respectfully.
All right.
Cheese product.
So
This is
one-
actually fucking delicious. The mixture of everything.
so it hits for 16 points of damage plus a card.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it dead with 16 points
It's
of
dead.
damage?
Do we still want to do a card though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fun. I'll just take whatever's on the
Tell
top.
you what, kill that one, do the card at the next one.
No.
No, it's fine. What does it say?
Oh Jesus. Quadruple damage, and the target loses use of one of its arms or hands.
Yeah,
it's gonna lose.
It loses
use of
control of
everything.
all of it, really.
For spear weapon users, it's pretty good. But these are scimitars, I think. So that one's hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point. If they're using a two-handed weapon, they straight up couldn't attack you.
Yep, unless it's versatile. And then Glass is going to charge into the room. She's gonna
Wait, the room or the runes?
runes. She's gonna charge into the runes. And she's gonna go here, so she's getting an attack of opportunity from the one behind Bronson.
Wait, you don't have to take that. Oh yeah. No, you could just move to right here,
Just
right?
rotate around,
No, that's the
right?
big machine. We can't step on that. It's blocking terrain.
Oh really? I didn't realize.
No, you did. If you don't care about my narrative.
It was
You just stop it. You just stop it.
And then once she's in there, she's gonna swing her hammer at the one in the corner.
Oh yeah, so I got to do the opportunity attack.
Yeah.
You trying to blow through there?
Kill these gobos.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright.
Holy shit, it is late. Yeah.
Plus 3. Miss.
It's never late when
Nice.
you're high adventuring.
So close. 24.
Because it's 420.
No, because we're on a high adventure.
Hits for 5 damage.
But yes, sort of. Can I get an F in the chat?
Well, if I 420, yeah.
Any bonus actions?
That's already used it. That's it.
You know, if you got married today,
Jotun.
your anniversary would be 4/20/69. I'm gonna get
You mean in
concentrate
2069?
on the circlet that I have.
It's a long time. But yes,
Blast it.
Use my circlet of blasting to cast Scorching Ray.
Oh.
There's 3 of them left, yeah, so I'll do... actually, I think I can only see this guy
Yeah.
from where I'm at, so we'll go all 3 on him.
Okay.
Let's see... 8 to hit.
No.
15 to hit.
Nope.
And 23 to hit.
Hits.
Shit. 2d6.
8
That
damage.
guy, that switch
How
guy,
much?
crazy man.
How much?
8.
Okay. So it's dead.
Nice. Which one we do that to?
This one.
The corner. All right.
Alright. Zandala will come around the corner and do firebolt. At the one closest to me. That's supposed to be a disadvantage still. And misses.
No.
So the warlock that's in there looks at Bronson, takes a step back. So if you want to take an opportunity attack, you may.
Nah.
Okay.
Just kidding, obviously.
Didn't have to be so mean.
Oh, can I have my d6s back?
I draw the table.
Oh, whoops. They hit. 19 and 24.
Yeah.
6, 7. So let's re-roll.
Thanks for following, Switchblade. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
The
man.
cool little things.
Oh yeah.
14.
Those are
19,
this
so
icons.
8
Are they?
Yeah.
on the first one.
Okay.
5. 6 is 11, so 6. 8 and 6. 14.
Woo, it is hurt.
Little fucker.
Down but not out.
For a squirt.
Not dead, it's just hurt. Oh yeah.
All right. So he's going to do Scorching Ray.
Is that a ranged spell attack?
He took a step back.
And literally fuck
Yeah, yeah.
his own face.
But if it's a range, if it's an attack, what does it qualify as?
It's
It creates 3 rays and hurl, make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah. It's a ranged attack.
You want to make it a disadvantage on one of the bolts?
Yeah. Oh, I just want to make sure that my shield says ranged weapon attacks. That's a ranged spell attack.
no,
not
that's
attack.
different.
But yeah, disadvantage on one of the bolts.
Okay.
So when he takes a step back to go cast
Literally
that,
fuck his own face.
Bronson hits him twice, goes as he's getting away, and he gets into the corner and starts charging up his fireball, and Bronson tears his shirt open. Fucking, bring it, bitch.
So the first one misses.
And you realize for the first time Bronson has 1 pierced nipple.
Dude, he's so straight.
So straight.
The other one actually he used to have pierced, but it got torn out.
Yeah. In a pit at a H2O show.
That's good.
Because he's straight up.
That's right.
So the second one hits.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
He's got X's on the back of his hands. I never noticed before.
So the next 2 hit.
Bless your heart.
15 points of fire damage.
That's painful.
And into that turn, we go up to the top Bronson.
Does it cut any shape into his chest when it burns him?
No, you just all the random hairs, because I don't expect you to be like super hairy, but it's widespread.
Yeah.
A lot of those are singed off.
So he gets blasted by that, he goes, "Whoa! I'll be right there," and turns and he's just gonna crush the one right next to him.
And Glass, did you see him turn? The one's very proud, almost walrus-like mustache is curling and has light little fringes along and is not spinning.
We're gonna do
The not spinning part is
That's
Reroll.
tragic. Tragic.
We're gonna do a reroll on this one. Jesus.
Are you still? How did you kill 10?
Yeah, easily.
Oh my God, no. So that one is a 7 to hit. That's gonna fail.
7 misses.
Look at that, a 2, and on the damage a 1 and a 1. That can fuck right off. Yeah, that's terrible.
Okay.
Okay. So this one is a 22
Oh, that
to
hits.
hit, and then do you remember what this was before the 2?
I didn't see it.
Fuck. I
Just
don't
roll
remember
it, it's
either.
fine.
Okay, so it's either a 2 or a 3, so who cares?
Okay.
7, so 13, so 7 damage.
Okay.
Womp womp, 7 damage on the little one closest
Yeah,
to you.
he's bloodying up.
That's it.
Okay. So his turn, he'll make 2 scimitar attacks at you. 1 hits, 1 misses.
No nat 20s.
And that is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's the doc. In chat.
1, 2, 3.
Alright. So, Valkyr, your turn.
Get some better shit.
We are gonna cast
There's all these in chat.
Huh, cool.
first level
Chat.
Bane on the 2 that are in there.
Okay.
So
Get some
it's-
camera work.
if I have to move in, 1, 2, 3, I'll move in right here.
Okay.
And then charisma 16
Can
on
you zoom
both
this
of
in
them.
on them?
Nice.
So the regular goblin passes, the other one doesn't.
Mmm. Kill him.
Let's finish this fight.
Kill him.
That's all I can do.
What happens?
I need a Bane. Do you have a Bane on the thing?
Yeah.
So they just disadvantage on everything, or what?
There it is.
Get Bane. Yeah, you now have to talk like Bane.
Whenever he makes an attack roll or saving throw, he must roll a d4 and subtract it.
There you go. Glass.
Yep. She's going to move her spiritual weapon in behind the warlock over here, please. It's gonna swing.
Get that sauce. So we've got to roll.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm re-rolling.
He casted reroll.
Fuck, that sucks.
Hey, Nord Games, I'm sorry we couldn't showcase your product there.
God damn it!
Oh! It was destiny!
Bless you, gods of gaming.
Can we get some F's in the chat? That was ridiculous.
Double ones?
Double
rerolls? You got rerolled on a 1, you got a 1 rerolled 1.
You gotta mix 2 of these then. I think.
Oh no. No.
Just pour me a drink, Mike. It has to be worthy of 2 back-to-back double ones. No, I have a chaser. I rolled
For
double
everyone
ones.
watching, can we get some F's in the chat?
Sorry,
He just rolled 2 1s back to back.
He's
Whoa.
running around the table.
Somebody gonna pour this man a drink?
So bad.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
It's getting late.
I got Roger.
It's getting late. Would you pour me a drink?
Hold on, let me.
Won't you be
I
my
don't have any
day?
activation over here though.
Thank God. Just put a little muffin in it. It's fine.
We do have muffins.
Get muffin activated.
Go
Well, we need to win
yourself.
this for.
So what were you attacking with?
It was the spiritual weapon.
It was my spiritual weapon attacking.
The goblin.
The goblin.
Make a DC 16 saving throw of your spellcasting ability.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay. That would have been amazing. Your spiritual weapon disappears.
Oh.
You don't lose the ability or anything like that, but
That'd be rough.
It's dispelled.
on a failed save, natural beasts with an intelligence of 4 or lower are angry in your presence, reacting to you as fits their nature for 1d6 days. How awesome would that have been?
What? We start walking.
So it'd be
through the
like
forest.
rats and stuff like that would just come out of the woodwork
Yeah.
angry at Glass as she
We
walks through.
camp in the fucking forest and like squirrels and guys.
Yeah, we'll come and attack you.
All night long.
God.
Glass can't long rest because she's getting squirreled.
I have a joke here that I don't think you can tell on screen. But
seven.
we're just gonna carry on.
Glass swings at the warlock for 7 and misses.
Okay.
But she's gonna go ahead and use her second wind.
Okay.
Action surge. Sorry, not second wind. Action surge.
Bless you.
And she's gonna swing at him again.
I'm saying we don't get the angry squirrels, but
13.
Not very effective in this whole thing, but
Yeah.
luckily that hits.
God damn it. She does 3 points of damage.
He rolled a 1 on his damage roll. If that's not F worthy, I don't know what is.
Witness me! Witness! Fuck shit, man. That was
Alright.
the worst turn ever.
Jotun.
I suppose it's up.
I
to me.
suppose.
Actually, this guy's still alive, so
Yeah, you gotta-
Yeah, he is.
You can pass through me and then push him, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, I guess I could hit him from here with a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just do that and do Ray of Frost. Save those spell slots. 10 to hit.
Look at him. He loves it.
Chase it.
Oh god.
Oh. Good. Yeah.
Is that Ray's
I'm good, I just
about
gotta
to
go.
come out?
Hey, you get your butt back here. We have a contract. Nord Games does not let us get up.
Get back in and play more.
More day to day.
Ray of sickness.
God, so bad.
You alright?
Ugh.
I'm guessing I missed with a 10.
God, I thought we cut the acid today. I don't know why.
Alright. Zendala's gonna make her attack.
This is definitely one of those scenarios where Billy had thrown up, I was gonna throw up.
Misses.
There you go.
I just want to point out for the record, I did throw up, but I caught it.
Oh
So I had like this burning sensation in the back of my throat where all of that. Yeah.
Alright, your turn.
Cool.
My turn?
I think throwing up on stream is. I think you get your channel revoked for that.
I think you unlock an achievement.
Yeah.
Then you get banned, and you get the banned achievement.
And then I can go on YouTube and rant about how I got. Oh, I'm sick, and then they're just going to kick me off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want to be sick.
I wonder if anybody's ever puked on stream.
I'm sure it has to.
Oh,
be
yeah.
there.
I'm gonna hit the little guy twice.
Like in the first week of Twitch's
No,
existence.
there's some Cambodian streams.
ASMR.
So Bronson's just like hands bleeding and like hopping on one leg and just kind of like drops his flails on the little guy and goes, "Fuck you." He's got nothing. That's it. Pass turn.
So literally, Bronson does the Ric Flair little slash where it's but it's clearly stage wrestling. Doesn't do any damage.
I'll tell you what though, I will circle around him and corner myself.
Okay.
You're gonna what yourself?
It's like the goblin's hulking out.
Clear the door.
2 scimitar slashes at you, Bronson.
Yep.
Both miss.
Yep. Fuck you. So we're just taking turns going.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
No,
Valker.
it's like watching high school kids get in a fight, and like they're just doing that, like the.
I disagree. I think it's like heavyweights in round 5.
Actually, no, it's not your turn.
Just can't
I
hurt
didn't
each
do
other.
the warlock in the corner. So
Exactly.
go.
Just like
And he will cast
Dama 5000 versus
his other scorching ray
Kimbo
on
Slice.
Valker. So 3
I'm pulling that up.
Every one of
3
them.
rays.
Every one of them's minus D4.
Burn!
Bane.
So that one misses. Hits. And my red one. Boom! Well, yeah, minus 2. So 2 hits, but that's still a natty 20.
Jeez.
So 2 hits.
So good. Valka.
Who's going to write my plot for me? Nord Games. Cut.
Alright, right now we're waiting on my crit card to find out what happens to my beautiful soul.
Or what's left of it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, hang on.
What will the DM do?
Make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
You're gonna shoot yourself, aren't you?
Rerolling. Eat it. Eat it.
No, that's rolling at advantage.
Anyone have
Oh,
a
is
roll
it?
for him?
Yeah, you can't.
I can't.
Yeah, you have to have an actual reroll.
Okay, so I'm gonna use advantage.
You already cast it.
It's not how advantage works.
No.
No, he's never let us do that.
And it's a con save throw.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 total.
Okay.
And I can't use Bardic Inspiration. I can't use it
Exactly.
myself.
Oh wait.
I think only Bardic Inspiration helps with saves, though, does it?
Yeah.
It's ability checks.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
moving in slow motion.
1d6.
Hold on. You wouldn't want that. It's so bad.
This is actually the worst MMA fight that's ever happened.
Alright. You will take a 1d4 fire damage at the start of your next turn for the next 1 round.
So you like set your own boot on fire.
Lingering energy is what it's called. So these are 2d6 per bolt, and you got hit by 2. So we're starting out at 12 points of fire damage.
Sleepy time.
Plus 6, 18. Plus another 5. 23.
Okay.
You take 23 fire damage.
Just a flesh wound.
Test but a flash wound.
And Valkyr is looking pretty worse for the wear.
So my stats are 6 out of 52. Is that what yours just showing?
I'm tracking 8.
He already applied the 2 damage from the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Glass. Now it's your turn. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Glass.
No, Valkyrs. Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna blow off some of the fire. Yeah. But then, just want to double check. Can I firebolt this guy next to me?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but it would be disadvantaged because it's a ranged spell
Yeah.
attack.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna.
Unless you have a Warcaster feat.
No, we're gonna shark rend him.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Rend that shark.
4 plus 3 is 7. Plus my D4. Another 4. Wait, is this first one is rounds?
That's
Yeah.
rounds. So for 4 rounds,
For 4 more rounds,
he will take.
a D4 at the beginning of each of his turns.
Okay, so this will be for the damage.
This is for this turn. The bleeding.
Nice.
It kills him.
Yeah.
Straight up thirsting.
You shark rended his ass.
Ooh. That little sword's turning into be a semi-hopeful thing.
All right, Glass.
She looks over her shoulder. I'm only dealing with the fucking spellcaster over here. And she swings at him with her hammer. And that's 20 to hit.
20 hits.
21, sorry.
The 21 actually misses.
Bane's gone because I lost concentration.
Okay.
The odd number is just.
She hits for 4 damage.
That's enough.
She
Smash
takes
that big
her
toe.
hammer and it's a quick strike, and so she goes and she doesn't realize how hard she hits him until she looks in and sees a perfect square in the front of his forehead, and he looks at her like he's and falls back.
Squish. Perfect.
All right. So you guys are out of.
I said she's doing fucking bags for all the money.
How do we handle the... Oh no, they did.
I got some 20 for investigation.
Give that man some drink.
Please don't.
Hey, pour him a drink. What are you doing?
Oh hey,
No, I rolled a natural 20. I don't get great badge.
this is what goes to the
It's a hot face.
Okay.
Not nice.
Even got the chasing is tasty.
Accomplice at this point.
You guys are pretty up for how late it is. Fuck.
I've just hit my second win.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
I've hit maybe my 5th.
Does anyone have a chase?
Fifth
that doesn't
win.
taste like death? Can I have
The
that
new drink.
activation, please?
So that
we got this
bottle of Chambord, that raspberry liqueur that goes in that Freedom Martini.
Oh, is that what that is?
That was
Real
real good.
Yeah.
I thought it was blueberry, then I saw it was the pineapple juice. I guess that I was
Yeah.
tasting. It was really good.
Yeah.
Pineapple juice is the best chaser in the world.
All right, I guess I'll just taste with water.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you boys on the other side.
You be careful.
Hello from the other side. All right. What are you guys doing?
Investigation.
You just rolled a 20.
He's eating up.
The face is getting hot. Face is getting hot.
Oh, God, seriously. You're right there?
Sneeze over there.
Oh.
Man.
So throughout this room,
I was searching the bodies. Yeah.
oh, the bodies.
Yeah.
Thanks for outing me, bud.
Oh, it's too funny.
Sorry. I went through a lot of effort for that. Clearly.
You find 4 silver pieces.
Well, these guys are workers. You find a first aid kit that's set up in there where you get fresh, clean bandages. And these are fine elven silks that would have been used somewhat distastefully, but with the... so this center thing is a machine-driven hammer. So you would put ingots in there and it would pound out the impurities, but it's steam-driven. So this thing is just constantly...
It's still going. as we speak,
and it's
right?
still going until the fires are stoked down. In here, you're seeing a lot of smithing tools up and along the walls. On the individuals, you do find a first aid kit that's got the bandages in there. There's 2 potions of healing that are located in there. And on the warlock goblin that was in there, the fire wizard or fire warlock, you find a collection of trinkets for their god.
Whoa. Whoa.
Imix is the god that they worship, and it's one of the fire plane kind of primordials forces from there. That obviously those that are interested in forging and metallurgy, it's one that they would worship, and it's made out of really nice metal. As you take a closer look with the 20, we'll say you go ahead and take a look at it. That's not silver that is dripping down. It's adamantite.
Whoa. It's unobtainium.
And that's what's dripping, and you see collected in these two different pools in here from that main reservoir. A pipe brings it through, and so you have molten adamantite that they were using to cover jewelry. They're using it to actually put into ingots to start forging and build into weapons and the like. So there is a considerable wealth that's just laying there melted in these giant ceramic bins. A small fortune.
Does that trinket have a gold value associated to it?
Yeah, so if I'm, you would have less than an ingot bar, so it's worth 75 gold pieces.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and look. Okay, so an ingot that weighs 1 pound is worth 10 gold pieces. And so the crafting that's on this, so it's worth like 30 gold.
Thank you. And then the only other thing I'm going to do, and before I'm assuming we're going to move to rest and end the game, is I'm going to move back into armory and find a piece of dwarven plate that fits me and start changing clothes.
Okay. Give me an investigation check at advantage.
2 19s.
Double 19s, so
Okay.
that's going to be a 20.
So you find several different types of dwarven-sized armor. Is there a specific armor type that you want?
I mean, you said there was half plate here, right?
Well, that was just in that first room. This has all kinds of stuff that's being completed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there were suits of whole armor with varying levels of like whether it was chain or plate or whatever,
Yeah.
but the wall was covered in armor.
I'll take plate. Half plate. Yeah, dwarven half plate.
Dwarven half plate. Okay. So this is
Or just is there any dwarven plate?
yeah. You
I'll
can
take
do full
that.
plate.
Yeah, I'll take dwarven plate.
All right. Yeah. Awesome. So you guys kind of pause for a second as you're listening around, and you see Glaz kind of shirk off her scale mail, and she starts assembling this on, and looks like a proper dwarf ready for war.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Armor class is now 22.
Whoa!
I fucking started wailing my hammer on my shield.
Oh yeah, you do have a shield too.
Yeah. Which is cursed.
I see her doing that. Is there? But I'm like dissuaded from looking around because I don't. Is there light armor in there?
It's
Yeah.
all for the size of a dwarf, though.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So you could attempt to use the tools there if you wanted to try to whip something up, and you're proficient, hopefully, in smithing tools.
We should probably rest so that Bronson can use his hands again. We definitely need to make sure we bookmark this room because we need to. I mean, there's a lot of wealth here, and much respect to my ancestors, but no one's coming back to claim this, so we should take it.
Yeah. Should we reconcile all of our
Ideas.
searching and then like end the night before the rest?
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I mean, that's up to him, but I agree with that.
is that what you think, or should we search later?
Like, are you wanting a full inventory of everything that's in here?
We're clearing out these 2 rooms for sure of all of their valuables, all the armor. Because Bronson wants to see if there's anything to be done with taking advantage of liquid adamantite flowing from the ceiling right now. Like,
Okay.
you could gild something to make it harder and stronger.
I have smithing skills, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we just spend a few days.
I kind of want to save it
Once
till
we're
next
done,
time.
yeah, once we're done cleaning it, we just stay here a few days.
I'd say let's cut now. Remember where we are, and let's reconcile it later,
Yeah.
so we can think about it.
Very well.
Because I want to analyze my inventory. And
You
see
want to do
what's
what to your
possible.
inventory?
Analyze my inventory. Well, I'm going to listen to all
as I
Amos
hope.
Laura said. Isn't it ironic?
It is. It's like rain on your wedding day.
Verifies and analyze.
All right. So what happened this evening? You guys picked up. You were still in the Feywild with old Daddy Dandy himself, Fenris, the Lord of the Harvest. He ended up sending you guys back. Chaz had to go back to the Waterdeep. He said that he got the answers that he required from the Feywild. Got out of the proposed marriage he was getting roped into. So a free man returns to Waterdeep. Genji had left the party as a mute, very forgetful one. Went into a portal, along a stone cave that looked like a large skull with some type of water feature nearby. You guys ended up trying to travel back, but on the way within the kind of transplanar portal, you saw something climbing forth, attempting to free itself from some kind of a hellish landscape. Before you saw Bahal, you had seen that same figure that killed Mistra in Valkyr's vision, but this was a more splendid example of him, where these large swooping wings lurch forth from his back. He's wearing very bright, shining white and gold armor, and he was in an overwhelming fight, it seemed like, in the Nine Hells. You then see that replaced with Bahal reaching forth, knocked you off kilter. You found some magical items in the bombed out town of Shilku, and its volcano eruption has pretty much wiped it from existence. You guys made your way up, met a interesting goblin of the former Firebrand tribe. You harassed him. We learned a little bit about elementary school economics, and you guys were able to get some intel and a valuable shortcut that cut several days off of your journey, potentially, to be able to get over here. So in this race for the Soulmonger, it was nice to be able to get, save some time. You're not sure when it is, though, what date it is. We do know that this is midday on day 3. Zendala, heavily exhausted, almost on death's doorstep, with 5 levels of exhaustion. We've healed back some of those from the rest and her just being able to take it easy, and you guys helping her out. But again, she's not at full power, and we see that reflected in really no real damage being dealt by her, even as she's casting. You guys found your way into Crackhammer and are at one of the more famous dwarven forges on Faerun currently, and have encountered the Firebrand goblins who have taken over for whatever happened to the previous owners, and are trying to learn the dwarven secrets within the forge. So you guys have fought through. Glaz has ancestral armor on, ready to go fight, motivated. Everybody else, various states of bloodied.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next time in probably 2 weeks.
Hey, don't forget to listen to your parents.
Peace.